Welcome to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network.
Hit the mic opinions with the snap. NYG22, yeah, that's the cap. Unpopular takes, but we cut no slack. Watch the views climb while we talk that smack.
It look like we running with DJ for another year, girl.
I think the Giants are going to get off to a fast start.
This channel for them high sports laws. Got the bass that hit like heavy doors. Unpop opinion sports where the talk roars.
Yeah, Unpop Opinion Sports where the talk roars. And we about to get it talking and cracking today with some Giants talk, some Giants conversations, man. But what's good with y'all, man? What's good with y'all? 1 week away for the NFL season, man. I know y'all fired up, man. If you ain't fired up, you ain't no real football fan, man, because I'm pumped, man. Let's go. Let's get it.
I'm ready. Ready for this grind.
Enough of the talk.
Oh, man,
Enough of the talk and it's time to show it on the field, man. You know, we getting our teaser, man, with college football was popping yesterday, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coach Pat, Man Cave, myself, man. We was on the stream. But today we're gonna hit the Giants. We're gonna hit all things Giants. Let's preview the season. Let's see what to expect from our New York Giants. But before I get into the content, man, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button for myself and for the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, as well as Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, The Man Cave, and Big Pat Sports Talk, man, the rest of the Big Blue Crew. So, that being said, man, shout out to my brothers, man. What's good with y'all, man? How y'all feeling today? What's good, man?
I'm feeling pretty excited. Ready for Giants versus Vikings week 1. Do believe we pull out the victory that game. I'm ready to see what this offense looks like with Malik Neighbors on the field and Slayton and Wan'Dale Robinson and the new offensive line. Definitely excited to see that. That might be the most thing I'm excited about. See them going against some real competition for a full game. Been waiting for some months. You know, we've been checked in with doggone Giants, the show that they did, Hard Knocks. Been checking since Hard Knocks. Been going through training camp, preseason, and now the regular season's finally here. And ready to see what these guys can do, man. I want them, should I say, dominate the Vikings the very first game. If they can dominate the Vikings the very first game, I believe this is a new team. But I just want a victory here and now. I don't care if they win 10-3 or 10-9. You know what I'm saying? Like, or 3-0. Just get the victory. Beat the teams we're supposed to beat.
Right. Facts, man. But what about you, Cave, man? How you feeling, man? What's your thoughts, man, as we enter into the week 1 of the regular season?
Man, I'm feeling good about the season coming up. You know, college football just started. You know, it's been some late night college football games, watching some exciting games and stuff like that, getting me prepared for the NFL season coming up this week. You know, I think, what is it, supposed to be a 5-day NFL thing starting Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday? Yeah, then they're rolling that out. So, you know.
Is it a game on Saturday?
I think so. It's a 5-day thing.
I know it's one on Friday.
Yeah, I know about Friday, though. That's the Eagles-Packers game.
I think it's Saturday.
I don't think it's one on Saturday.
Saturday. Not with college football. They try that.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't think they were.
But it was like, but they, you know, starting out with the 4-day thing. So, I mean, it's going to be crazy, man. And like Pat said, man, I'm waiting to see what this offense is going to do, because I do think the Giants were playing vanilla and like everybody else. So, you know, I want to see how their offense going to look, you know, what wrinkles they're going to do to it. But most importantly, I want to see Brian Dable, man, you know what I'm saying, his innovative play calling and stuff like that, man. So,
it's a fact,
you know,
man.
That'll be on tap to see, you know, how different from Mike Kafka and things like that. You know, and also can't wait to see this D-line eat, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about that, you know. So those are things I'm looking forward to. And then, like I said, they signed Adoree Jackson back to, you know, fill a hole in that cornerback slot too. You know, some people didn't like it too much because they feel like it ain't too much of an upgrade or whatever. But hey, it's better than nothing. You know, and if it's for a year, that's cool. It's for another year. You know what I'm saying? We need that because right now you can't go back and cry for spilled milk. You know, we needed to fill that slot since Cordell Flott or Nick McLeod didn't seem like they want to take the spot or Trey Hawkins. So, you know, that'll be interesting to watch throughout the season how that spot fills. And then also the safety position that we're going to go to 3 safety, you know, during the games. So those are things I'm looking forward to, man. And getting ready for these the NFC East.
Yeah, man. But I'm going to touch on the Dory Jackson here in just a little bit. Couple shout outs to the chat, man, before we get to coach, man. William Horton, what's good? What your man says, what's up, Pat? Bob Hill, what's good, man? What's good, man? Appreciate y'all tapping in. Chiefs Ravens Thursday, yeah. Chiefs Ravens, that's gonna be a good matchup. Gonna be a good matchup. Possible AFC Championship preview. Rick Buke, what's good, man? Sup, boy? Says Pack Eagles Friday night also as Pack and Eagles, man. Go Pack, go! I want to see them Eagles go down in Brazil.
That's if they play.
Why wouldn't they play?
Something about wildfires going on there. So I was talking with halftime yesterday.
Wildfires.
There's wildfires
in Brazil.
Yeah. Well, that's what someone.
They'll probably just move the game back to.
No, I know they'll move back to the States and then probably play on Monday. So the NFL will try and get it. You're gonna have to.
They're gonna have to. They're gonna play the game. Yeah, I know that. They'll just move it around like they do.
I'm just talking.
But what's good, TP? What's good, Almighty Finesse? Appreciate you tapping in, man. And what's good, Ghost Dog? Yep. Peace and salute. Appreciate you, man. But Coach. How you feeling, man? First of all, and what are some of the things you looking forward to as the season is almost upon us?
Just good playing football from across the board, and let the games play out, man. I don't know the others behind the scenes stuff, off the field stuff. You know that's what I'm looking for, and also prayers and condolences to who got shot yesterday.
Oh, Ricky Pearson.
Yeah, dumb stuff, man.
Yeah.
A 17-year-old kid threw his whole life away to try to get a doggone Rolex watch. It's crazy.
Yeah. So, but as far as the games, man, like y'all, just want to see the games play out. Strategies. That I'll be looking more at that than anyone else. What teams do, how do they adjust? How to attack. Certain things. So. That's pretty much it, man. So,
yeah, we gotta win these first 2 games. We're gonna get into the game by game breakdown for you guys. Marlon Jackson, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you tapping in. So let's touch on. Let's get a little bit of news and notes here. Play my little things. I know they don't mess with this.
Pablo.
It's good, Pablo. Please hit that like and subscribe button, Big Blue Crew Sports Network, and to also subscribe to all these great guys on the platform right now. All our shows.
But yeah, let's hit a little bit of around the Giants here, man. As we go, a little news and notes. And Miz
flow on this beat. Miz
in there. Yeah, they don't mess with this one, so we good.
We're good. Yeah. Let's go.
But as Man Cave just touched on, Adoree Jackson signed. I have not been the biggest Adoree Jackson fan. My man down here has been, Mr. Miz. But I will say to Miz and lose credit, Adoree Jackson is needed on this team right now. We cannot roll in with Cordell Flott and Nick McLeod at the wide receiver cornerback 2 position. It hasn't worked in the preseason. You can't roll the dice on young kids if they're not ready, if they need more development. Adoree Jackson has been in this system. He's worked under Jerome Henderson. He's also worked with Shane Bowen, the new defensive coordinator back in Tennessee. So I do believe this is a good move, solid move for the New York Giants, bringing him back. I don't know what the contract situation is, but I'm pretty sure it's around the vet minimum, I would think. But go around the panel, man. I'm going to start with The Miz, since he's been all over this one from the jump. How you feeling about Adoree Jackson being back, man? What's good with you?
I'm good, everybody. I mean, look, man, it's just like where we are this close to the season. That is the most sensible move there was, and like we all said, the longer we went closer to the season, the more I thought he was going to be the guy because he was out there. Man knows the organization, been here. People make it like he's an old man. He's 28 years old, man. If he's been keeping up with his running and conditioning, he should be good enough. It doesn't mean you can't play the kids, but at least you got a veteran to work in and out and rotate if you want to. I like the move.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on it, man, Cave?
I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm like you. I'm not really the biggest Adoree Jackson fan like that. You know what I'm saying? But it was needed. And to his credit, though, I mean, he played great for us a couple of seasons ago, and then last year they tried to play him out of position, like inside. You know what I'm saying? And then he wasn't doing good, and they had to move him back outside because those, the guys wasn't doing good on the out. So, so back to his original position, and plus with his old defensive coordinator, that'll rejuvenate him and stuff like that, make him play better and stuff play good, man. So I'm good with the move, like I said, because we have no other option, and he's the best option that we do have. You know what I'm saying? Because these other guys are not ready. So anytime you can get a veteran, to come back, help out and stuff like that, it helps your team and stuff like that, settles it down. Also on the back end, So I'm good with the move, man. I'm good with the move.
Pat, what's your thoughts on Adoree Jackson coming back, man? What you think about him being brought back into the secondary?
Adoree Jackson's back. I believe I'm not going to say that, like I said in my video, I don't believe he's going to come in and be a Deion Sanders for us. That's not him. But he does bring some veteran leadership to that secondary as a guy that they all wanted back. As you heard, Darius Slayton said it was the best news that he heard all week. And Kayvon Thibodeau was like, man, you ain't lying. So obviously the team actually felt that the cornerback 2 position needed to be shored up. And that just goes to what Miz was saying. What's going on, Cino? Looks like the team was actually a little bit worried about the cornerback 2 position going into the season because they wouldn't have said things like that when Adoree Jackson came back. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Miz. Shout out to you as well, NYG. Everybody knew that Joe Shane was, saying what he needed to say for the team. Now everybody coming, oh, he's a liar and everything. No, I mean, you can say that, but everybody knows what Joe Shane was doing when they was asking him about the cornerback 2 position. He has to say that. What he's going to say, man, we're garbage at cornerback 2.
Yeah, you can't alienate your players, man.
You can't alienate your players, man, because you might need those players in the future. So if you're going out there saying that Cordell Fly just ain't in and McLeod ain't in, and then they have to play, now what? You know what I'm saying? And I'm probably still going to have to play week 1 because Adoree Jackson has to get back into football shape.
That's true.
He could have been working out all offseason, but it's nothing compared to going out there full speed running and trying to get, caught up with the game. Shout out to Kevin Safridini. Thank you for becoming a new member, talking your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk, man. Welcome to the Big Blue Crew. Appreciate you, brother. Adoree Jackson, I say by week 3 should be ready to rock and roll. And our first 2 games are against Washington and the Minnesota Vikings. So it's Terry McLaurin and Justin Jefferson. Deontay Banks is just going to have to put his big boy pants on. And let's see if we can get this pass rush going against these 2 offensive lines that are not the greatest.
Yeah.
And we could get those. If we could get those pass rush and get Sam Darnold and the rookie Jaden Daniels off their kilter, off their spot. Let's get them to make some mistakes, and we can hold the fort until Adoree Jackson is fully ready and 100% ready to go and play some football.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man. Kevin says no TJ Hawkinson, no Addison. I think the Giants have the edge week 1. Bringing Adoree Jackson back is huge for our secondary. You guys think we win week 1? We are going to get into the schedule week by week prediction. But I think all of us on this panel kind of feel like we're going to win. But
getting back to what Pat said with Adoree, man. Hey, everybody just cut him some slack. Like I said, the guy had no training camp, no nothing. So don't be going at him. You know, he looked bad in week 1, 2, or 3 or something like that because he has a disadvantage right now. We got to wait for him to work back in. So if he plays bad or something like that, as expected, you know, he ain't gonna come in and just be like, you know. So, you know, gonna have to cut him some slack, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Before I get to Coach, man, shout out to the chat. Shout out to Mosley. Shout out to Wells. Shout out to Iman. Shout out to Pablo. Kevin, we already shouted out. Cino, what's good, man? Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Definitely appreciate Mr. Burton. Appreciate you too, man. Thank you for your guys' support, man. We are the Big Blue Crew, and we are working very hard to bring you the best content on YouTube, man. Let's get it. Coach, thoughts on Adoree?
It's, you know, you needed a veteran leader. He knows the organization. He's going to fit in, you know, not give you any problems. So it's just a matter of picking up the scheme. And, you know, for the most part, he has some familiarity with Bowen. So it's, you know, I think it should be an easy transition. It's just, you know, getting them acclimated, getting them in condition, and, you know, let's go.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, in other news, Malik Neighbors to wear number 1. This has a lot. Some people upset because it was actually a retired number. I believe it was Mr. Ray Flaherty. Correct me if I'm wrong, Coach. Who number they bought out of retirement to allow. Now, Mr. Flaherty was nice enough to allow Malik, give him permission to do this. It wasn't a fight. It wasn't with like the media. They all, anything the Giants do, the media gonna try to make some type of drama or controversy about it. This was not a thing. The man went to him. He was nice enough to say, yeah, I think you're gonna be a great player. Basically, you can have that number with unretired. I think they're gonna do something in the background for Mr. Flaherty. You know how these things work, man, when you get these numbers, man. But I think the number 1 is dope. Yeah, it's what we've been looking for. Number one wide receiver. So exactly where he needs to be at, Mr. Neighbors, man. Appreciate that, man. But I know you know most of us on here are a little bit of are old school fans of football. How do you guys feel about Malik Neighbors taking a retired player's number?
Just to go in on that, man, not to turn the show into like a negative type thing, and I got a surprise subject right after this one for you, NYG, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Malik Neighbors getting the number 1 from Flaherty, I believe that's his name, Flaherty, if I'm pronouncing it right.
Yeah. Why
are people acting like they just snatched the retired number off of Flaherty and gave it to Malik Neighbors? Like, Malik Neighbors didn't talk to that family probably for weeks because that was the number that he was targeting. That's been reported the whole time. That's why he didn't want number 9. He couldn't get number 8 because that's Daniel Jones. Number 2 became available, but he didn't want number 2. He wanted number 1 for a reason. And people just act like they just bullied the Flaherty family. Give me the number. You're not worth anything. We're gonna give it to Neighbors. Why people act like? Why people gotta be so negative? Why people gotta turn everything into a negative thing? Why can't it be a positive that man talked to that family and they thought high enough of him to be like, okay, yeah, his number's been retired for what, 90 years, almost 90 years. Yeah, we'll let you wear that number. Go do us proud with that number. The first number to ever be retired. He was good enough for that family to be like, yeah, we're gonna let you get that number because we want you to succeed as a New York Giant. That's actually extra motivation for Malik Neighbors. I got this number now. It was formerly retired. You think I'm gonna go out there on the field and stink it up? and embarrass myself and embarrass that family and embarrass the New York Giants organization? No, he's gonna go out there and he's gonna ball out. He's number one for a reason. And I think it's great. And shout out to that family for allowing him to wear that number. And me personally, if I was Malik Neighbors, my first touchdown, I'd give it to the Flaherty family. That's what I would do.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do.
To give them, there's plenty more to come to get a mama, to get a brothers, to get a hood everywhere. There's plenty more coming.
Facts.
That first one needs to go to the Flaherty family. That's what I would do.
But I want to get Coach's thoughts and Miz, particularly, man, because I know you guys go back further than me. You too, Cave. Yeah. But Coach, what are your thoughts on unretiring a Sarkhan here says I don't think it's a good idea, says the president. What are your thoughts on that?
How many people honestly thought about the Flaherty family, Mr. Flaherty, as a New York Football Giant prior to this? None.
Zero. Because I never knew that.
And I'm going to read a quote for you from the Sun. From New York, the Giants.com website. The family was inspired by the chance to introduce Ray Flaherty to the current generation of Giants fans.
You see?
That's what it's doing, ladies and gentlemen. I understand. Oh, it's a retired number. Just because a number is retired doesn't mean it can't be unretired. And I don't care what sport, what team. You know, it pays homage to who had it before. It introduces you, a younger generation, myself included, because I didn't think about the man until I heard about this. So it's bringing back the attention to the past of the Giants. Aren't we also in the 100-year anniversary? So all of this ties in if we sit down and look at it in its purest form. This is just, you know what? Yes. Neighbors is going to get his number. He's going to go out there. Hopefully he does well wearing this number. And everyone is going to look at not only Neighbors, but they're going to go back and say, yeah, Flaherty, you're going to look at the history of what he has done. There it is.
Nah, man, I totally agree, Coach, man. I didn't have a problem with it, but, you know, we want to be fair and you know, allow people to speak their opinions on the subject. So
one thing. The only number you better not unretire is that number 56. Now let me stop.
Yep.
Giants fans gonna really go in and we ain't having that shit. But yeah, Flaherty ain't Flaherty. Is he related to Pat Flaherty, our O-line coach? Are they in? Is that the same fam?
No, I don't think so.
I just thought about the name Flaherty.
No, because
Iman said it can't bully the Flahertys. So
no, I mean it would have said. I'm reading what's called in. That would have tied in.
Probably would have made a mention. Yeah, probably would've.
Right there at Rutgers. So you know it would have been that would have been even better. So.
But what's your thoughts on this whole Jersey saga, Miz? Talk your talk, man. What you got for us?
No pun intended.
Right, no pun. Borrowed that one for you. Muted.
Again, man, just look, the people that want to have any, I won't even curse, man, any ammo to be negative all the damn time, take something this, like, irrelevant and try to blow it up into something. Dude, let the kid have the number. The guy hasn't been around forever. I mean, honestly, it's probably a respectful. You could look at it like Coach was saying. It's a respectful thing that he wants to wear. Somebody's number was retired and represent him and sort of bring that guy back to life in a way. And man, it ain't that serious, man. It really ain't. It ain't that serious. If it's not Lawrence Taylor, like you said, who cares? Like if it's not Lawrence Taylor. And in basketball, if it's not Michael Jordan, I don't care. Those
Yeah,
are the
that's
only
a
two I
fact.
would take it as disrespect. That's it.
Yeah, but even Jordan's number's not retired by the league. It's retired by Chicago, but I mean, as great as he
number
was.
should be retired by all of sports, in my eyes.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a little different than Jackie Robinson, but I see your point there. Because Jackie
Let
Rob,
me tell you something,
different.
NYG. If number one scores a touchdown next Sunday, we all gonna be so happy. Nobody gonna care.
Absolutely, yeah. But couple more shout outs in the chat, man. D-Dan, what's good with you, man? Appreciate you, man. Always a loyal supporter of the show. Iman, I see you, Mosley, William, Todd, Lucas, Jay Lay, what's good, bro? Link is in the Big Blue Crew chat if you got time to chop it up with us, man. You know you always welcome, brother. But yeah, man, just I think a lot of these things, like you said, they're just kind of overblown, and I mean, we have to let these guys play football, man. Stop worrying about the drama. Y'all are so women-like. I'm sorry, no offense to the ladies, but it's just like all the gossip and the drama and the he says, sheesh, and the back and forth. It's like, play ball.
Well, NYG, this is what goes on when this does not represent the Giants' history, but because we've been bad for like 7, 8, 9 years, whatever it is, this is what it's become. All this nonsense, it's not important, has been blown up. All this drama that we never saw with Giants in the past. This is what happens when you've been losing. Like, this is what goes on, and we're seeing a lot of this nonsense. It's been going on for a couple of years now.
Yeah, it has been, man. But Cave, I'm gonna get your thoughts before we move on. What's your thoughts on this neighbors number saga?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody on this panel, nobody in the chat, nobody in sports knew about this number one on the Giants that was retired until this just came out. Because I didn't know at all either myself. Because I was like, why nobody ever wears the number one? You know what I'm saying? It's like, and you got to think about what it's going to do for his family though to bring that number back out, because nobody been talking about it on the Giants organization. So it's been dead. It's been buried in a cave or something like that. And this story just came out now. You know, so that's going to be a better for his family, inspiration, things like that. And then also you got to look at Malik Neighbors. I mean, anybody who has the balls, to go ask a family to wear a retired number shows you this dude is confident. This dude could be a future star. And the family believe that because they won't just give this number out to anybody. So they got to think he's a special player and he's going to be a special player. So they like, go ahead and wear it. You know what I'm saying? So that brings a lot of pressure. And then being in New York City is another pressure, the biggest media capital. So, hey, man, like I said, a guy like Malik Neighbors, man, no pressure on this guy. He loves pressure. So I'm all for it, man, and everybody talking about this number one thing is like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just stories to which go another article to write about and things like that to, BS about. But I don't see no problem wrong with it. He ain't the first athlete to have that either, because, like I said, being a Duke fan, I remember Danny Ferry's number came out of retirement one year for Marvin Bagley to wear at Duke. So it's not like it's never been done before, and like I said, and also it gives us much history, because people who don't know about Giants history now going to go back and look at, the Ray Flaherty to see what he was about. That's another part of history that we forgot about. So now it brings back more history to the Giants' rich tradition. So it is good. And I'm all for it.
Let's hope this brings some Flaherty money back into the Flaherty family. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts,
people
man.
get that number one jersey. Flaherty might get a couple of jerseys sold because of this.
And also it could be another person retired with that number too. If Malik Neighbors ball out and they're gonna retire him synonymous with that number too.
Yep.
Big time facts, man.
I want you to share my screen real quick. We'll do this subject real quick.
I got you. Just catching up to chat. All right, we caught up. Let me stop the music. What you got, Miss?
No, he was asking when the last time we played the Vikings. I believe it was the playoff win 2 years ago.
Yeah. Now,
All right, you got
there's
it, Pat.
been a report
Yes.
from the Big Blue View that Josh Jacobs tells the Athletic that the Giants offered him the most money.
Ooh.
Now, I think Josh Jacobs got 11 million or 12 million from the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's right around where Saquon Barkley was at.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that say about the whole Saquon Barkley saga? Something's afoot because
Yeah.
was that man offered money from the Giants and he just said no and went to the Eagles? Or did the Giants not think he was a better running back than Josh Jacobs and they offered Barkley less than Josh Jacobs?
Mm.
That's
When
the
they
question
offer.
you have to ask with this report coming out. Because I
Mm.
think Josh Jacobs got 12 million on the dot, if I'm not mistaken. I can look that up real quick.
From Green Bay.
Yeah, what did Josh Jacobs get from Green Bay?
Let's see.
Oh man, I would have loved to have this guy.
Me too. Yeah, he signed 4 years, 48 million. So that's 12 million on the
Mm-hmm.
dot.
Mm. So
And Saquon was offered
basically,
more. Saquon was offered more like the year before.
So you know
yeah.
Yeah,
what
they
So
offered
where the
him up to
difference was?
13.5.
I could be wrong, but maybe the fourth year was a difference because I don't think Joe Shane was offering a running back 4 years.
mm,
It could have been
I
like a
think
3-year deal.
Right.
yeah, but did Saquon got a 4-year deal from Philly?
He got a 3.
No, it was a 3.
That's what I'm saying. So that don't make no sense either.
I think it was like the guaranteed money probably was the little thing, but the guaranteed money, let's say it's like 2 or 3 million less than what they want. It's like, bro, it's only 2 or 3 million. Just take it. It ain't like
I
it's like
think
8, 10 millions less.
I think it was close, bro. I think it was close to what the Eagles was offering, and I think Saquon just didn't want to be here.
Yep. I agree.
That's what I think, bro. I just think the dude did not want to be here. People, and I've been saying this, Pat been saying this, like you got to understand that relationship was fractured. When he turned down those offers from the Giants back when they was trying to give him that contract before the deadline in 2022, I think those negotiations fractured that locker room. And then Saquon went into the next year thinking that, hey, look, I'm gonna get this big deal from the Giants because we went to the playoffs and I had however many yards, however many carries, and they were like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like
Why not?
we're not gonna go over what we said we're gonna go over. And I think he at that point he wanted more. So those were the stalemates in the contract negotiations, and I think him coming in here last year, you could see the body language, shit wasn't right. Didn't feel like the dude was really into the team. Didn't really want to be here. I mean, he is who he is, but I'm telling you, man, this thing was personal to this dude. You could see how he acts on social media. This shit was personal, man. He did this on a spite type move, bro. I promise you that. There's no way you take just a smidget less. And even Jacobs said it. And shout out to Jacobs, man. I wish they would have signed Josh Jacobs because that's a real dude. He said, "Would he look like going to a division rival?" You know what I'm saying? Like,
The Chiefs.
Yeah,
right?
he said
Would
he
he?
wanted to be good enough to beat him. He didn't want to
Right.
join them.
That's a KD move, bro. I've been saying this, and
That's
people
a
want to come
shot
at
at
me
both
talking
of
about,
them.
"Oh, you're just mad." No, I'm happy he's gone. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to celebrate the move. I'm not going to, oh yeah, he's, oh man, Giants did him wrong, and Saquon this and Saquon that, man. I think Josh Jacobs would have been a better fit for this team. I like his running style better, and I think he's more of a leader. To be honest with you, man, but
Physical.
y'all got it.
I'm gonna tell you on this is like I think Saquon probably wanted to be here last year, but it was his agent that kept saying no to the deal. That's why he fired the agent. She didn't know what she was doing, and that's what it is because he fired that agent for a reason. And the only reason he signed that franchise was when he got the new agent who probably talked some sense into him, and that's why he signed it. And he knew, like I said, because he fired that agent with more money. The Giants was giving her more money, guaranteed and stuff like that, and she messed up the deal. She's the one that kept saying no.
Q Burrow says the guaranteed money might have been a deal breaker. That's true too. But again, man, I think if it was really that close, which it seems like it really was, if they were gonna give Jacobs that contract, man, bro, that's just a sucker move, man. But
I don't think so.
And he said they offered him the most money, so it had to be higher than the $12 million the Packers offered. But go ahead, man.
No, I don't think so, man. I don't think Barkley's words were true. I don't think he was want to be a Giant the rest of his. I don't think so. The rest of his career, I think somewhere inside, I really believe this. Barkley got tired of losing. I believe whenever it is that the Eagles reached out quietly to Barkley or his agent, and that door opened, I believe Barkley was like, I got a chance to go play for a home local team that's more built to win a championship with a much better O-line. And I feel like those opportunities also mattered. But he's not going to say that because he don't want to look like the bad guy. But I think a lot of that played into
That's
it.
what I was telling NYG.
yeah,
I'm telling you. He didn't want to look like the bad guy. That's why he came out and said all that. I want to be a Giant for life and all that.
That's why Joe Shane called him out on that. That's where Joe Shane got him for real. Because it's like, okay, how bad you want to be a Giant? The money close? How bad you want to be a Giant? Prove your word.
And I just wish everybody could stop with the narrative. Like, the Giants gave Daniel Jones the money, not Saquon, like the media and all stuff. Like I said, the Giants gave Dexter Lawrence money. They gave Andrew Thomas money, Brian Burns money. They had more money for everybody. One player don't stop you from getting paid. It's like when you at a job don't hire one person and say, I can't hire like 400 other more people because I don't have enough money to give to these other people. So stop with that narrative. It's like, use your common sense. You know what I'm saying? They could have gave Saquon money. If he wanted money, they gave it to him. He didn't want it. That's the bottom line. He didn't want the money. They came to him first before Daniel Jones or anybody. They came to get a contract done with him first. They showed him respect, and he didn't take it. And that's why he fired his agent. And that's the part they always leave out, that part.
You want to know something? It ain't the only guy that called him out, man, that he took personal. Don't forget that the day of or the day after, Tiki Bob on the radio pretty much took it to him. And if you think that didn't bother him, it did, because he had something to say about it. But you want to know something? I'm going to be fair. I believe Joe Shane and Dable didn't value him enough that they wanted to really completely keep him. I think they were hoping he would walk away. I think it's both sides. I really do.
But see, the thing about it is, everybody know they don't pay running backs. So when they was trying to give him a contract last year, they went against the grain. So you got to give them credit for that too. They offer him more money than they will offer any running back. So that's when people say that too. These guys don't believe in a running back to pay them like that, and they came to this guy to give him some money, $13 million, $14 million. So he didn't take it. That's on him.
And I'm going to tell you one more thing. You know why they would want a Jacobs? I'm going to tell you this right now. Jacobs is going to physically pick up a 3rd and 1. A lot of times, us and Barkley wasn't doing that.
Yes.
Yeah, Jacobs is a straightforward runner. He's a one-cut runner. It's like the style that they all signed with Singletary, Tracy, Turbo Miller, Gray. He would have been dope on his team. I think he would have had a very good season with this Giants team, with this Giants offensive line, because he has familiarity with Van Rotten and Illuminor too. And I believe that was the O-line coach in that area about Josh Jacobs. Because remember, he's seen Josh Jacobs up front and center the past 2 years. And he's like, if you can bring my guys over here and we can bring our game with your team, we might be able to do something. And that might have been the way they were going. But Josh Jacobs took the Packers deal because they're a better team. And they're look to win, and he wants to win. So, yeah, I think we missed out on Josh Jacobs. I'm not saying it's the end of the world, but I would have loved to see Josh Jacobs here on the Giants, man. That would have been dope.
I agree, man. Yeah, he's a Philly kid, we know that, and And that's the whole thing. You know, a lot of times these guys they want to play where they come from. You know, even though Philly is not far from MetLife, but you know, it's still they want to be in their area. They want to be with the people they know, be around the people that they know, and all that and all that. And look, if that's the case, cool. You know, I just don't. I'm like Miz. You know, I don't like the fake stuff. I don't like the lying and the deception. You know, no shot at our friend in the chat deception, but I don't like all that stuff, man. It's like if that's what you want, then go for it, bro. But don't sit up here and lie to the fan base and try to make our organization look like they did you wrong. I don't like that, yo. That's my thing with Saquon Barkley.
And another thing, even with the thing with Saquon too, the Giants can only franchise one person. You can't franchise two people. So they came to Saquon first to try to get a deal done. So that's what people always saying, like, well, why shouldn't they could have franchised on Daniel first and then signed Saquon, but Saquon never wanted to sign a deal. Had Saquon signed his deal, Daniel Jones would have been franchised. You know what I'm saying? But
Absolutely.
People don't look at it that way.
Yeah, you absolutely right, man. You are absolutely right about that, man. But let's get into our next segment here. As we start to go through.
Yo, I don't get a say in it in this conversation.
Go, coach. Go, coach.
Oh, my bad, man. I was trying to keep track of time, and then I was thinking about
go ahead,
who spoke, but I forgot that you didn't speak on this subject because Pat asked the question, so I got lost for a minute, man. That's a host error. Yeah, but you got it, brother.
Like I get what everyone is saying as far as Barkley. Some of it is emotional. I look at it as business. I will always look at it as business. Some of y'all say, "Oh, well, he's a Philly kid." Whitehall, Pennsylvania, where he's from, to Philadelphia is 304 miles.
That's like about 3 hours away.
Think about that. That's more northern Pennsylvania where he's from. So, and which is why his family, which is from the Bronx, went across. They didn't go down south. They went across. Remember, his dad is a Jets fan. Sorry, I know I froze.
No, you good.
So see what bothers me with this whole narrative. First and foremost, y'all, those who know me know I'll always say the same thing. It's business. It's business with every player, with every team, with every owner. It's business. That's why I don't get into, oh, this guy's a snake and all this and that. Because if that's the case, then every fucking player, every fucking GM, every fucking owner are snakes. They are. So I'm not going to let myself emotionally get twisted because this player wants to be here, he doesn't want to be here, and all this other stuff. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have used profanity.
Nah, you good.
No,
But the bottom line, the bottom line is, if the team, we've seen it before. Teams will take players' contracts and say, you know what, this is what and they'll redo it. This is what we're giving you now, and the players got to take it up the backside. But nobody speaks up for the players in that regard. And when the players take control of their careers, whatever it is, look, Miz said it best earlier. He wants to win. He's been in a situation where at this organization, he's lost trust in this organization. And a lot of us say the only thing that matters is winning. And if you're not winning, we got fans, this fan base so fractured and fighting each other because we're not winning. We got some fans who want to lose to get a young player because they think that's going to that's the way you're going to win. The bottom line, Barkley wanted to win, and he didn't think, and his time is running out. He's older. He's in the quote unquote the running back position, so he's devalued. So he's going to take as much money as he can, but the best position where he can go ahead and win. Plain and simple. That's how I look at it. It's not. We blow it up, guys. We really do. I get it. Some people don't like the narrative that's spun, but I'm going to say like this: keep the same energy for your owner, for your GM, and for your coach. I want to hear the same exact energy that you're spewing towards, players when they go wherever, whether
So,
it's to a rival or to another team for more money.
real quick, Coach, I
Mm-hmm.
want to talk about the. I just to end this conversation real quick and wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
2018 NFL draft, and see a lot of Giants fans, and now that I'm on social media actively, I'm keeping receipts of you fans now. Back in 2018, I wasn't. But I know for a fact a lot of Giants fans did not want the Giants to take Saquon Barkley. They said it was a stupid move. They said the analytics didn't make sense. They said they wanted a quarterback, all this and all that. And so now the analytic general manager is stupid for making the analytical move and letting him walk out the fucking door. Let me tell you, excuse my language, but when I get pumped, hype, pause, this is how I get, cause I can't stand this shit, man. This go back and forth. 1 minute you want this, the next minute you don't want this. This who was taken after Saquon Barkley. Sam Darnold bust. Denzel Ward, bet you like him. Bradley Chubb, bet you'd want him. Quentin Nelson, bet you wasn't him. How about Josh Allen, the pass rusher? Roquan Smith, Mike McGlinchey, Rose and Bust. Mika Fitzpatrick, pretty damn good. Vita Vea, pretty damn good. Deron Payne, doing all right over there in Washington. Marcus Davenport, another good player. Tremaine Edmonds, Derwin James, Jair Alexander. I can go on and on. This draft class was first round, man, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all wanted who? Saquon Barkley?
Oh, everybody
You see
wanted
what I'm
Darnold.
saying?
Mm-hmm. Everybody
You
wanted
see what I'm
Darnold or
saying?
Rosen.
You didn't want no Saquon Barkley. You know who I wanted? Bradley Chubb or Quentin Nelson. That's who NYG 22 wanted in that draft. If I was, and I would have gladly put that out there on the media. You know, I might have had some things in my old Facebook pages if I go and pull them up. But don't act like it's cool now because you on the other side of this thing. You know, y'all didn't want Saquon Barkley in the first place. Y'all said it was a dumb move. In hindsight, it was a dumb move. But go ahead.
I mean, it was.
You're right in that regard in terms of the talent. You know, a lot of people wanted the quarterbacks. I said Quentin Nelson. I'm not gonna lie. I knew Quentin Nelson. I followed him since his high school day in Jersey, down the Jersey Shore. Exactly. So I knew what we could get from him. So that's a lineman. Anybody knows me knows I speak lineman. I'll preach lineman. So, but my point to this though was, you know, the emotional and the vitriol that's going out towards him, where he's making a business decision. He's just making a business decision. He was here. Whether he was selected, whether he was right, that's another discussion. But the bottom line, he was here. The man left. I've seen players leave and go to other teams. Some of my favorite Giants played for teams within the division. Mark Bavaro played for the Eagles. And when he went there, there weren't many Giants fans because most people thought his career was just about done. And I'm saying with in terms of Barkley and this organization, or not the organization, the management and the coaching staff devalued the run. They said that from the door. They said that. So their actions, and I've said it, both sides are culpable. Both.
Facts.
So that's all I'm saying. You know, it's just that what I feel, this is my personal feelings, is that everyone's putting the hate and the anger on Barkley. You guys have made excellent. You were in court. You made great cases against Shane and Dable. To be honest with you, y'all just made some great cases. So, and if I'm a player, I'm sitting and I'm watching because don't think players aren't stupid. They pay attention to that shit. They pay attention to what management does, what the coaches do. You know, we don't even know if Barkley went and had a conversation with Mara. And if Mara said, well, let them have their time, let's see what they do, blah, 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 instead of standing up and saying, or not standing up, but instead of, if he was feeling that maybe he would get behind him 1,000. We don't know. Point is, in the end, it's a business. It's just like people who work at Pepsi and Coke comes across and says, we're going to give you a better offer. You trust and believe cats are going to leave Pepsi and go to Coke. Mm-hmm. Because if the money is right or the situation is right, career opportunity is right, they're going to go. That's all I'm saying.
I think the whole thing is it's just it's not the player you pick, it's the organization. If they have a functional front office and coaches in place, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the problem is. I don't care who you pick. You pick the best quarterback and he goes to a dysfunctional team, he's not going to be good. He's going to go in a bad situation. So it depends on who the front office. If Saquon went number 2, he went to, like, let's say a team that was established, it's a great pick. It just matters where you go, the situation you go to, and the front office that you have. That's all that matters. But you got fans. But you got fans that go along. They go along with the media. Talk about, that's a dumb thing. That's like, you know what I'm saying. You can't go. You got to go by the organization. How are they?
Let me get a few shout outs in the chat. And then we're gonna move on because we got to preview this season. Okay. Saquon Barkley don't play for the Giants no more. I'm sorry. Salute. E, what's good with you, man? Appreciate you tapping in, man. As always, bro. I'll send you the link, man. If you want to join the show with us. Deception, man. I was just talking about you. I'm not losing sleep for not signing a 27-year-old running back to a massive multi-year deal when they are young guys who are willing to get tough yards with fresh legs for a fraction of the price. Excellent comment. Excellent comment right there. Who else we got in here? Cheese. Go Birds. I don't know what birds you rooting for, but
Eagle fan.
Eagle fan. Going for the pigeon.
Jay, man, what's good with you, man? Appreciate you tapping in, man. Who else we got? Sede, what's good? Appreciate you. Thank you for your support. And of course, man, the myth, the man, the legend, Tudo. Appreciate you, man. Always dropping the links, man. Tudo is actually part of the crew. Like he's working. He's working the chat.
Tudo been part of the crew since day one, bro.
Facts, man. Appreciate you, man, as always. But let's do
the link's in your chat if you want to check.
You sent it to him? All right, cool.
Yeah, I got it.
All right,
I got you.
Let's get into our Miz. I know you want to say something. I'll give you the last word, and then we're gonna get into our preview.
No, I was watching the chat. Cheese wants some attention, but yo, Cheese, call me when you're not last in the division with Super Bowl rings. All right, give me a call then.
Facts.
A long time.
Good transition, man. So let's get into
Touché.
Let's get into the New York Giants win-loss record prediction here, man. And let me pull up the schedule.
Yo, this is the best one. This is the best one. I'm sorry. Oh man.
Yeah, get them likes up, man. 80 people watching. Get them likes up.
Yeah, gotta get them likes up, man. That's crazy.
All right, let me see. Let's do it like this.
As Lou would say, hit the like button. Don't be a ninja.
Yeah, don't be a ninja watcher. Facts. Where is Lou? I guess he'll
pop up. He's coaching. Don't forget he's coaching.
Got games he might have the boys today. Yeah.
Might have a game.
Sleep, man.
Yeah.
But let's talk about this schedule, man. So the Giants open up again, and I'm gonna track. I'm gonna get my little pen so I can track W's and L's.
Okay. I'm not gonna touch that.
Oh, it's like
Kingdom Daily.
Bong.
Get the schedule out.
All right, week 1. Vikings versus Giants. Week 1.
Mm-hmm.
And we're at home for this game at MetLife, so
We are at home now. We could talk a little bit about this game if you guys like, but I am going to do a full preview on Giants Conversation next week. But how y'all think it match up with the Vikings in this first week matchup?
I think we match up extremely well. We're gonna Justin Jefferson. Let's just be honest, he's gonna get his. I do see Justin Jefferson getting like a 10 catch, maybe 100-yard game, but I don't think it's gonna be super effective to where it affects the game. I think we get the pressure on Sam Darnold. I think we get 2 turnovers in this game, 1 interception, maybe 2 interceptions, or somebody fumbles the ball after getting hit. I think our defense plays pretty well this game. And with players like Justin Jefferson, you can't be mad when he makes a play. That's just what he does. He's going to make a play sooner or later. And I think our offense, they get rolling towards the second half, third quarter. And we win this game, I believe, like 24, maybe 13, 24-13. That's why I think we win this game.
Okay. 24-13. So Pat's going with the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Cave.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna tell you right now. Every game the Giants win this season is gonna be an upset because we got the worst talent in the whole league. So every game is an upset. So every win we get is an upset. You know, so yeah. But I like our matchup against the Vikings. I see us winning 28-20.
Okay.
The Vikings.
28-20. Okay. 28-20. Pat, you said 24-20?
24-13.
24-14. All right. Coach.
You said 13, right, Pat?
Mm-hmm.
24-13.
13, got you. All right.
Yeah, Rick, they got us like on Madden rating. We last. on Madden 2, we last.
If you ain't first, you last. So
everybody better than us.
Coach, what's your thoughts on week 1, man, for the New York Giants?
Giants are winning.
That means a dub.
Mm-hmm. Giants are winning. If you want to score prediction, that I'm not really good at, but I'll try. I think it will probably be a 21-17 game, somewhere in that range.
21-17. Giants. Miz.
Yeah, I like the Giants 23-20.
Giants 23-20. I'm gonna go with the Vikings here. Psych. Nah, I honestly can't pick the Vikings in this game, knowing they got Sam Darnold starting at quarterback. Even when they had Kirk Cousins, we still beat them with a lesser team than we have now. I think the talent is pretty good on the offensive side for the Vikings, but defensively, I don't think they have what it takes to take advantage of the Giants as far as the O-line, if you want to say that's a weakness, which I don't think it will be this year, but I just don't think they have enough horses on defense to really beat the Giants in this game 1. Now, this offense and I think it's going to start off slow. Giants are notoriously a slow starting team, so I don't think this is going to be a high-scoring game at all, but I'm going to give the Giants the dub 21. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Coach 21-17. I like that score 21-17 because I think they will get a couple touchdowns from Justin Jefferson or Hawkinson, one of the two, and then I think the pass rush will start to get to Darnold and company in the second half of that game, man. But let's continue. Giants week 2 versus the Commanders. Everybody's favorite team. Everybody's favorite team.
Welcome to the show, E.
E,
Welcome,
what's
brother.
good?
Thank you. Ain't
What's
nothing,
going
man.
on, E?
New avatar. You know what I mean? That's how I'm feeling.
Okay. Oh man. Shout out to Gold Mouse. Shout out to Jermaine. I see y'all in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. But E, I need to get your prediction on game 1 since you just joined in. We got a clean sweep across the board here. Are you going to break the trend, so to speak, and go with the Vikings, or are you going Giants? Who you got?
First off, I want to say blessings to everybody on this Sunday. Jesus is Lord. Y'all already know what time it is with me. Brothers, man, thank you guys for always allowing me to come on and have a conversation and, be a part of this thing that you guys are doing, man. And shout outs to everybody. I see you guys out here working. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, man, definitely hit these brothers. Push that like button, hit that subscribe button, let the algorithm. Y'all know what time it is. They take a lot of time to bring this content to you guys, man. So please show that love. But now let's move on. Then there is only going to be one type of sweep, and that is the cleaner one that you asked me about. Because there is no way in Jesus' name, the Latter-day Saints or Mormons, do I believe that the Minnesota Vikings are going to walk into MetLife on our 100th opening day anniversary with that
Talk about it.
electricity in that building and win a football game with Sam Darnold against our defense. Never.
I'm with you, man. What you think the score gonna be?
I think the game is going to start off chippy because everybody has to get themselves in a rhythm. We have a new line. They have a new quarterback. They have new pieces. Their defense is definitely above under average, especially in the intermediate section of the field. They don't have many linebackers or guys that could cover, and their D line is not better than our O line. So I think it's going to start off chippy. I think a rhythm is going to be felt due to the run game coming in by committee, and then Jones will hit a small rhythm good enough, and he'll prove that that knee is still healthy enough. I think the game ends 27-14.
27-14. All right. E the chosen, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, bro. So clean sweep. Week 2, Washington Commanders, man. 1 p.m. in, I guess they call it Commanders Field now. Man, that team's such a joke. Who y'all got, man? Who y'all got? Y'all buy into this Commanders? I'm hearing a lot of Commanders hype. People picking them to win, come first in the division. They slobbering all over Jaden Daniels' paws, and it's gross. But
Yeah, it's just Jaden Daniels' effect. They want him to succeed, and I actually want him to succeed as well. But
yeah, he was my number 1 quarterback. I hate he went to Washington because I can't root for him. I can't.
It's always going to be an intense game between Washington and the New York Giants because we dominate them so much, over 100 victories against them. I got us coming out this week 31-20 against the Washington Commanders. They put up a touchdown late to save face because it's going to be 31-13 all the way deep into the fourth quarter, and they just get a free cheap touchdown. So it'll be 31-20 Giants over the Commanders. We continue to do what we continue to do to them every year is sweep them. So why stop this year? And it is at Commanders Field. That's what they're calling it now, I guess. Traveling from MetLife to Washington is not a huge travel, so we get them 31-20.
Couple hours. I do it all the time. Yeah, man. I'm just interested to see in this game how the Commanders offensive line and Coach Bobby Johnson handles Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, and Elijah Chapman.
Excuse me.
That's really what I'm looking for in this game, matchup wise. I don't care about any of the other matchups, to be honest with you.
Right.
But Coach, what you got for us, man? Who you got winning this game here, man?
Blue. Big Blue. Mm-hmm. That's it. It'll probably be another hard-fought game. It's a division game. So, no matter how you feel about, whatever position groups, whatever, trash coaches that, left with a great organization. So, I'm going to give this one a little bit more going into week 2. Giants 28 and the Redskins 24. I'm sorry. That's who it is with
that's
me.
Their name.
That's who it is, me.
28-24. Yeah, you said it right. Cave, what you got for me?
And I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm disappointed in NFL. We're gonna get a bye week in week 2 already. Every time we play the condoms, because that's what I'm calling them. They're the condoms. That's a bye week. So we get 3 bye weeks a year. This is another bye week again. I have no respect. I don't have no respect for the condoms and stuff like that.
What's your score?
It's gonna be 27 to like 16 or something like that.
27-16. Okay. Miss, what you got?
Yeah.
Man, dude.
Honestly speaking, I think Washington wins this game.
Ooh, that's an unpopular opinion. Y'all hit that like button. Miz has got us losing to the. We're gonna need an explanation here.
I think the Giants will split with Washington this year. I think that Washington been due to beat us for a long time, so I think they're gonna take that. I think they're gonna lose their first game in Tampa, so I think they're gonna come home. I like Washington 20-13. I think the Giants might find a struggle, make a turnover. I just think Washington's kind of due to beat us. I'm big on those do things. I could be wrong. I think we'll split with them, so I'm going to give them their home game.
Yep, we've been due to beat Dallas, too. Everybody don't think we can do that, though, so, I mean.
I'm consistent, so when we get to that, I'll talk about that.
But yeah, I mean, that's fair. What was your score?
20-13, Washington.
2013. Wow. Pretty much a beat down there, the Giants. Either Chosen. What you got, bro?
First of all, I'll be at both games, and I'll be having that energy in the building, and I guess what they call Commanders Field. The reason why I cannot think the Washington Commanders can beat the Giants is because they couldn't beat us with way less. We had way less when we beat them. Now we have way more, but they have way less. Their roster is still, regardless to looking at Jaden Daniels, and trust me, we all would love to have had that kid picked up. I'm an LSU fan. I know all about the kid, watched him his entire career when nobody thought about him 3 years ago when he was making mistakes. So he definitely arrived. I got nothing but respect for him, but he's a Washington Commander. And guess what? He likes to take off and run. So guess what? Sorry, brother, but we got to let you know what you coming up against this year. And that's the New York Football Giants, the Big Blue Wrecking Crew, as we call them. We have a better defense, and we're going to shut them down. I know they definitely do, Miz. I will never go against that theory because I believe in that myself. Do is a real thing, but I just don't think they're going to do it this time. So we're going to beat them. I got us beating them 24-14. It's going to be a tough game. They're going to have to feel each other out. But guess what? That Giants defense is going to take over. It's going to give Daniel Jones more opportunities with the football, so he's going to be able to score some points later on in the third and fourth quarter, unlike previously. Because of the Giants defense giving him more opportunities.
I agree, man. I'm not gonna play around with this. Giants beat Washington 35-7. They're gonna put foot in Washington's. You know what? We're not playing any games with this team. They are who we thought they were. We're gonna prove that because again, I'm big on line play. Big Blue Crew is big on line play. Our O line is better. Our D line is better. Point blank simple. I don't care about Jaden Daniels. He'll make some splash plays. Salute to the kid, but you're gonna die September 15th. 35-7 Giants, man. All right, week 3. Here's where it gets a little sticky, man. At Cleveland, at the Cleveland Browns. Let's go the other way here. Pause. We're gonna start with E. What you got, man?
I'm not going to lie to you. I believe this is going to be a loss only because of that team's camaraderie already. And people forget who Deshaun Watson is, and he's going to remind us. I don't think we lose by a lot. I think the game is very competitive due to the defenses and offensive line that Cleveland has, which is top 10. They also have a top 10 defense as well. But this is a playoff tested team. And Deshaun Watson, people forget who that boy is. And I think he's going to be locked in this game. And I think we're going to be able to win 2 games in a row to get that confidence in ourselves. But this game brings us back down to earth. I think we lose this game by a field goal, but we are happy as Giants fans because of the fact that we are playing confident, competitive, and watchable football. We lose this game 30-27.
30-27. Okay. Miss.
Yeah.
What you got?
I like this game in the dog pound to be an old school 2 defenses that are gonna brawl. I think the Browns crack the end zone once. The Giants don't crack the end zone at all. I like 16-12 Browns.
Woo. Old school game. 16-12. Browns.
Yes.
And
not a loss that you come away feeling bad about. I think it's one of these losses that you played a very dirty, ugly, physical game, and you come away feeling like, yo, we played with one of the top teams in their home. So I feel like it could be not such a bad thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you don't know, Miss, you can agree with him or disagree with him, but that dude knows how to pick games. He has a knack for it, yo. So
I get lucky.
You have a knack for. I was watching your channel all last year. You was hitting week in and week out, bro. I watch, bro. I don't just come on and just talk. I'll be watching you guys too. But let's go to Cave, man. What's your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I agree with with E and Miz. It's going to be a low scoring game. I think it's going to be a defensive game. And I don't know if Chubb is ready. Is he back? I think he's back, but I don't know.
No, Chubb is on the pup. He's going to miss at least the first 4 games.
Yeah, that's a big witch call for them because they really do need him. I don't know who's the other running back. It's not
Ford.
Yeah, Jerome Ford.
Yeah,
Jerome Ford. Yeah,
Out of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
He ain't bad either.
Yeah,
he ain't bad either. But yeah, Chubb is a big loss for him, and Deshaun, he got to get his stuff back to get back to his old ways. But I don't know. I don't even know if he's healthy enough right now. So I'm gonna go 19-16. I could go either way, the Browns or the Giants. But
what you think? 19-16.
19-16. I got the Giants winning 19-16.
Okay, dub for the Giants. All right, Cave. All right, Coach. Who you got?
This is a game that I'm going to be watching our tackles versus theirs, basically, their edge. And I think that's where I think the factor lies a lot. Can you keep Daniel Jones clean in a sense and not allow him to get rattled? And I think our tackles will be up to the plate, be able to stand up to the test, and they're going to come up to the plate and they're going to clean their plate. and it's not going to be a dominating win. Again, it's not going to be a dominating win, but the Giants win.
Oh, did you lose you?
17-10 Giants.
Oh, 17-10? Okay. 17-10 Giants. All right. Big Pat. What you got, bro? You got in this game.
I'm going to have to slow cook on this one a little bit because I do think this is going to be a hard-hitting, slow type game. You know, I don't think I think if a team reaches 20 points, it's going to be right at 20. Now, the thing is with the Giants this game, it's going to come down to coaching. Because if we come in there and we try to air the Browns out, we're going to get whooped. Reason is because Myles Garrett, that dude's just a monster, bro. Even Andrew Thomas will have problems with Myles Garrett out there. They're probably going to line him up around where Luminor is. Now, if the Giants are smart, we'll try to establish the running game first against them. Because they have 3 very good corners in Newsome, the other guy that they drafted, and Denzel Ward. So they do have 3 good corners, but they can be beat if we could get our play action game going, because they have very good deep coverage. But if we can work the middle of the field with the tight end and Wan'Dale Robinson against Newsome and not try to do slot phase and stuff all game this game, it can actually turn out to be the other way for us, because if we establish our running game, get that, what's that dude from Notre Dame they drafted, that linebacker Wuso, and don't just allow him to attack straight downhill the way he loves to do, and put him in coverage situations with our running backs and things of such, the Giants can surprise some people this week. I'm going to go Giants because I just think that this is a game that they put the stamp on and let people know that we're real, to be honest with you. But if we go out there and we try to run high and deep and try to run Slayton straight deep and try to air him out, that's not going to work. And they're going to just start smothering us. And I got us winning this game 20-17.
2017. Okay. 20-17. And I agree with you, man. I agree with you. This is gonna be one of those hard fought games. To me, I'm thinking about just Deshaun Watson, man. What does this guy look like? And I'm also thinking about them not having Nick Chubb. And I'm looking at that, and this is going to be a game where it's going to kind of be like that 49er game last year, where we need to be as healthy as possible. Because remember, we went to that 49er game not healthy. And if you're looking at the schedule, this game is the second of a back-to-back road game, and then you're coming back on short rest to face Dallas. That's tough. That is tough for the Giants. So I'm looking at this game right here, and I think it's going to be one of those games where they might not be able to pull this out, given everything. Coming off the back to back, maybe. It just feels like Cleveland at Cleveland. It just feels like it's now. I've been to Cleveland. It is a nice stadium. It's a nice place to play, man. But those fans are real fans, man, and they root for their team. And I don't know, man. I don't know if the Giants gonna really be ready for this. Now, this will be the surprise game of the season, I think, if they were to get this game on the road against a good team.
This is funny, NYG. As you see in the chat, Kevin Donches, our local Giants hater, a Philly fan had to ask Kevin Donches, "Are you a fan of the Giants?" By the way he's talking. So we're not the only ones that say that, bro. You say, "Oh, other teams look at us with no respect." Well, other teams look at
That
you as like
is
you're not even a fan.
that is funny. That is funny.
That's funny. You see what I'm
But
saying? You think you cooking because you another fan coming in here saying some of the same things you saying. Now they gotta ask you, are you even a Giants fan? Because they even know.
yeah,
Damn, you a
yeah.
fan of the Giants? You talking like me?
He talking like him, right? You know,
Yeah.
he like, hey, trying to recruit you, man, to go over to whatever team
Mhm.
he roots for.
He thought Kevin Dodgers was a Philly fan. He thought he had somebody hanging out
Oh,
with him.
Eagles. Okay, so Cheese, you're
Yeah,
an Eagles
Cheese. Yeah.
fan. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that's that. Hey, look, that's fine. You know what I'm saying?
He had to ask Kevin Dodgers, was he a Giants fan? Because the way he was talking.
Yeah, we
See
got we
what I'm
got
saying?
Giants fans that we got Giants fans like that. They'd rather us lose than win. Weird, but somehow it's true. But I'm a I gotta pick against the Giants on this one, man. I got a lot of respect for Cleveland, man. I've been down there quite a few times while I was on the road. Those fans, they real fans, man. And they really going in on their team, and that's a solid team. Good, well coached team too. Kevin Stefanski, he's a good coach. So
Dog pound.
I'm 6. Let's give him 16-10. We'll say that. I don't think it's gonna be no crazy high scoring game, but all right, Dallas. Here we go. Here we go.
Real quick, NYG. The Browns are a sleeper. Their defense is top 3, if not one of the best in football. So you walking into it when you go play that defense. I'm telling you right now. And Kevin
I know.
Miles to me is the best edge in football.
And you know what this thing is here too. I have to point this out. Now I seen this on Twitter, X, whatever the hell you want to call it. Posted by Adam Scheffler from the 33rd team. And the youngest roster, the Giants have the 4th youngest roster, full roster, and they have the 2nd youngest starting age roster in the NFL right now. And to me, that tells me that you have a lot of young kids, and young kids are going to do what? Make mistakes.
Yep.
And so this is a team you can't make mistakes against. You can't recover. They're too good of a team, and that's why I think that they're going to get the Giants. Giants going to make a turnover or two, and give Cleveland an easy score, and it's going to be a wrap. Their defense going to lock down.
I'm gonna do 4 to 5 picks a week with the spread or against the spread. I've done that for 3 years, and this year I'm gonna include one under and over per week. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Browns are gonna be picked a bunch of times with the under. I can let you know right now.
Yeah, that's a
Because
fact.
I respect that defense very much.
That's a fact. But let's get into week 4. The Giants back at home. Dallas Cowboys. Here we go. What we gonna do here, man? What we gonna do here, fellas? We gonna tuck our tails in and run from the Cowboys again? Or this Giants team finally gonna get a dub against the stinking Cowgirls? So sick of their damn team. But what y'all think, man? Let's start with Miz, man. Miz.
All right, the Giants are coming home. They're going to come off a tough loss with the Browns, but like I said, they'll play with them in a physical game, and I think that'll give them some confidence. I'm telling you right now, just like I picked Washington to finally beat us, the Giants come home and beat Dallas for the first time in 5 years this week at home, a place that's going to be loud. The Giants will send a message with this game that they are not as bad as people think, that they're going to be a team to be dealt with. I like the Giants at home this week. I think they're going to have to score a little more to win this game. I like the Giants in a 27-21 Giants. They win the game and get to 2-2.
Nice. I like that one. 27-21, man. Yeah, man. Like I said, it's we gotta beat this team at some point. At some point, the tables have to turn. But let's go to Cave. What you got?
Yeah, in this game, man, I see a short turnaround against a physical Cleveland game. I think that's a game Dallas is going to get us on, even though I don't think that, but it's a home game. We should be able to get that game, but it is a short week. I think that's the only thing that's going to hold it up is, playing against Cleveland, a physical team. So I think I see the Cowboys winning this game.
Okay.
Only because of the short week. So I see them winning like 28-20.
28-20 Dallas. Big Pat, what you got for us, bro? You gonna finally beat the Cowboys?
I actually think we lose the Cowboys by late. Played them extremely well throughout the whole game. Some silly reason we get a penalty or something, they're able to drive down and get the last second field goal to beat us.
Typical
Be like
shit.
24-20, like 23-20 or 24-21, something like that. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna piss us off. It's off a short week as well after coming off a physical battle against the Cleveland Browns. So I think we played them very well, and I think even though in a loss, we can leave that game knowing that hell we can play with anybody. To be honest with you, and I think it's like a fluke penalty or something. They give Dallas something always.
Yeah, some dumb crap.
Some dumb penalty, or they get like a tip interception or something. You know what I'm saying? It always happens, but I won't be mad at the loss. We start off 3-1.
Okay. All right, that's fair. E, what you got, man? Can we finally beat this stinking Dallas Cowboys, man?
Yeah, here we go. I believe we win this game because of our loss to the Cleveland Browns. I believe we get up for this game, regardless to it being a short turnaround, due to it being a division rival. And for the first time in my life, I am going to be microscopically, you hear me? Microscopically looking at our trenches against theirs. We've always lost the battle of the trenches to the Cowboys. Their offensive line has always overpowered our defensive line. We've always had one or two good defensive players here or there. We have 6 now on that defensive line. I am looking so forward to beating the shit out of them for the first time the way we should in so many years. I think maybe 216, right? So I believe we see the slowing down of their running game, right? Because of the way that our line is going to play. We see the slowing down of their wide receivers because they no longer can scheme against us from the slot the way that we're going to be scheming against them with our 3 safety packages now. The addition of Brian Burns, this is the game where he has that breakout game in the season. He's going to have good games previous to this one because he's Brian Burns, but he's always just going to get there, or he's always going to be right there. But at this point, he's going to be in game form, game shape, and he's going to understand what this game means for the first time in our division. So we're going to win this game in a defensive way. Daniel Jones is going to put up just enough points so they cannot come back, and we're going to win this game off a defensive stop. We win this game 21-17.
Wow. Woo. Here we go. 21-17. Dub. Coach, what you got, man? I know how much you hate those boys from down south, as you say, that team.
I really don't want to talk about this game. 27-17, we lose.
Oh no, 27-17.
He's it off a short week.
Oh man, well, since y'all won't be negative Nancy's, I'm gonna be Mr. Positive on this one. We're gonna beat the goddamn Dallas Cowboys, man, and I'm gonna tell you why. One person y'all sleeping on is Kayvon Thibodeau. Kayvon Thibodeau been going up against who? With left tackle the last couple years?
Mr. Tyron Smith.
He's gone.
Is he there anymore?
No, he's not.
Who they starting now? Cooper BB, Tyler.
I think his name may be Tyrone Smith, isn't it?
Tyler Guyton.
Tyler Guyton, and then they got BB starting.
Tyrone Smith is the other one.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this like, oh my God. Can we actually get pressure on Mr. Prescott this time? Can we do that? This will be a different game. You know how many
pressure on him, maybe a different game.
Man, you know how many games I've watched where the Giants it looked like they got tired of rushing, they just stopped because the Cowboys line was just bullying them. Man, you ain't gonna be able to do that this year. You are not gonna be able to do that, and them having a lesser offensive line makes me feel a lot better about this game, even coming off a short week. Because guess what?
A to the mid.
If you lose to Cleveland, you definitely getting up for this game. Balls. So I got the Giants, man. Finally at home. At home! Do it for the fans. The real ones. Not the Twitter. But do it for the fans. Finally beat this dang on team, man. I think the Giants can do it, man. I think the Cowboys are finally starting to come apart at the seams with these contracts and all the drama that's going on over there. And I think they themselves are probably looking past the Giants, thinking it's going to be the same old Giants. And I think that's where you get caught up. So I got Giants winning this game. I think I'm with Miz, and I think they're going to have to score a little bit to beat Dallas, because the Dallas Cowboys are going to score points. So I'm gonna say 28-24.
Okay.
Giants win.
It's comments like these, and it's funny too. I would take OC over Kayvon. Of course, you would take OC over Kayvon. Who wouldn't? Like,
man,
OC is dope. Like, OC
right?
was a very good player.
Yeah.
Kayvon is still young. That's not a slight. That's not a slight to Kayvon. OC was dope.
And OC playing a dominant defensive line too. So that's what people don't realize. It's like you got to use common sense, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even do it no more because I'm mad at the both of you. You know why? And the both of you make me mad and piss me off because you're doing it again. And it's called thinking. Stop that shit.
I know.
Oh man, take OC over Kayvon. Of course you would.
But week 4 at Seattle, the Giants going to Seattle again. That's another team I'm tired of playing. Golly.
That's week 5.
Week 5 going to Seattle.
That's a long rest. That's 10 days. So that's 10 days.
It's a long ride, also.
I'm gonna go ahead and set this one off. I think coming off that Dallas game, I think this is where the Giants get caught up, and they're gonna slip a little bit here. Cause right now I got them at 3-1, and I think they might get caught up here in this Seattle. Seattle is just, I mean, it weird things happen when the Giants go over there. Like, Seattle's just one of those teams. It just feels like we don't match up particularly well against. They got some really good receivers over there. We got a young secondary, and I could just see DK Metcalf and just bullying and him and the other, our secondary. I don't think he's going to do that to Banks, but look, man, I seen Golden Tate absolutely torched Adoree Jackson the last time we played, and I don't like that matchup, man. Regardless or not, bro, but and I think it's one of those things that Seattle themselves, they have a young up and coming secondary, and I think they get this game. I'm gonna go 24-17 Seattle.
Yo, I'm gonna be real with you. We get Seattle this year.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is our pass rush is a lot better. Our pass rush gets to Geno Smith. Because past years they didn't really have to worry about our pass rush going into that game, and with DK Metcalf and them out there, they beat us. But the times that they beat us, they weren't like they were just out just destroying us.
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was very good games. Until the pick six last year with Daniel Jones, we were in that game, and then one to the two fumbles with Richie James, we were in that game. So this year, I think we calmed down on those mistakes. Our offense is better this year. Our offensive line is better this year. You see what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
that offensive line is going to determine a lot of games this year because a lot of people were just able to just pin their ears back and make us one dimensional and beat us, especially last year. But this year is going to be different. Seattle's pass rush is not going to be that great. Welcome back, Big Cat Williams. It's going to be good to see him. Um, and their DBs can be had. I know
Mm-hmm.
Witherspoon is pretty good. Witherspoon's more of a physical corner, but we got Malik Neighbors out there now. You see what I'm saying? This is a different team. I think we beat Seattle, and I think we beat them 24-20, somewhere around there,
Mm-hmm.
24-17, 24-20, somewhere around there, because I think we get after Geno Smith and he makes some mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to put Drew
24-20.
Phillips on Tyler Lockett.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got to do something with Lockett because that Adoree experiment was. Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't know, but Lockett's outside. They got J.S. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba in the inside now, so it's gonna be interesting, man. But Cave, what you got?
I agree with Pat. But first thing I'm gonna say is gonna be a 10-day layoff for the Giants. We're gonna be well rested for these guys. We're gonna be out there. Like I said, I see us stomping a mud hole in the Seahawks in this game. We're gonna win 35-24 in this game because we're gonna get some turnovers in this game. They haven't seen a pass rusher like Brian Burns on one side and Tibbs on the other side, but Brian Burns is a different kind of beast, and everybody knows Dexter Lawrence is pushing that pocket inside. They don't, and their offensive line, they don't have a guy that can stop them, so they're gonna have to double team him, or sometimes might have to triple team him. Cross is their only good tackle, and he's only a second or third year player, so Brian Burns is gonna take care of him. So I'm not even worried about them guys. They got some receivers on that team. They got some stuff, but like I said, our pass rush is much better now, and like I said, our O line should be much more improved. So I like us 35-24 in that game against Geno and Seahawks on a 10-day rest.
Okay, all right, Cave. I hear you, brother. Coach, what you got?
The only thing that concerns me about this game is the 12th man.
Yeah, we are in Seattle. That is true.
Other than that, as far as on the field, I'm not overly concerned. I think we're going to jump on them early, and it's going to be quiet in that stadium because they're going to be surprised. We're going to get to Geno Smith, and they're going to smack the snot bubbles out of his nose. Giants will win 35-3.
Unpopular opinion. Y'all hit that like
35-3. I can actually see us dominating them, to be honest with you, Coach. It's the thing is when Seattle makes a big play, how do we respond when that 12th man starts to get involved? That's going to be the issue.
But according to coach, though, their defense lost a big one. They lost Bobby Wagner. That dude had experience and a lot of what you call it on that
Man,
team. So Bobby
Did he
Wagner
yeah,
is a
go
bro.
back to
huge
him?
loss. No,
No, Bobby Wagner with the Commanders. That's
He
right.
was
he's
Washington.
he's not on that team no more. So they linebacking core ain't gonna be like what you call it. That dude was a monster, Bobby Wagner. He got them guys in line and hyped up. He's gone.
Miz, what you got?
Okay. Man, Seattle. Yo, weird things happen in Seattle, man. So, the Giants. I don't think we've ever been really good at flying to Seattle. I don't think a lot of teams are good at flying into Seattle. I think that I'm not scared of their team, like a lot of you guys said. But I think the Giants are a young team. So I see this game. I think the Giants, I'm telling you, man, I got a feeling the Giants are going to lead through 3 quarters and Seattle's going to rip our guts out. It's going to be one of those games where we don't sleep for 2 nights. I just feel like they're going to steal the game with the last second field goal and win that game 24-23.
24-23.
And that's the type of things that happen over there because of that 12th man, and they do got a nice home advantage over there. And I just feel like us being a young team, fly across the country. So I'm just trying to keep it even, and I'm real, and I just Seattle's going to steal that game in the final seconds.
That's fair. That's fair. E, what you got, man? What's good? What's your bro? Who you got winning this game? Giants, Seahawks.
First off, I don't like going after Miz talks. Let's just get that out there. Okay? Because the shit sometimes, right? The realness that my brother be spitting, it makes you it makes you change your thought for 30 seconds. Then you got to jump back into your own situation, right? When Miz talk, you be like, that might happen. No,
when Miz talk, people
and I gotta
listen.
fight.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta fight myself, right? So I don't like change the order up. I don't want to talk after Miz. Okay.
I hope I'm wrong.
I love you, my brother.
You're great.
I think we definitely win this game, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. Something that we are not thinking about, and I know it's PTSD, right? And it's okay. We always go into games like Seattle confident and walk out of games like Seattle broken because of some weird thought process or some weird
that
play
has happened in
some,
multiple years. E, I ain't gonna
right,
hold you.
right. So we're thinking about who we used to be and what they always are, which is a balanced team. You got to realize they have a coach that he keeps that team balanced. They're a balanced squad. They always are on the bubble of the playoffs or either just making it or squeaking in. They're just one of them teams that's competitive, right? So when you play against a competitive team, the first thing you think about is, could you possibly lose? But the thing that we're forgetting is we have 24, if I'm not mistaken, 24 new players on this roster that are actually going to contribute. A lot of these teams don't know what we're bringing. In the past, you could beat the shit out of the Giants because we knew the offensive line wasn't shit. And there was a sack every series or every 2 sacks every series. And when we finally blocked it up, we were so happy. Brothers, we have a different line on both sides of the trenches. We have different warriors on both sides of the trenches. We finally got a number 1 wide receiver where attention has got to be paid to him now, and the other players get to do some things. We have a different offensive scheme. So we have to look at this game as however we looked offensively in the first 4 games, right? And however we look defensively in the first 4 games, is that going to trickle down into game 5? Even if somebody's a little nicked up, they're going to be possibly fully healthy for this game. We're going to come into this game rested. We're going to come into this game, knowing what's going on. And these are the times of the season that teams gel. I think this time we get it right because we've gotten it wrong on so many stupid little
Man.
occasions and plays. We've gotten it wrong. I think this time we get it right. And if Dable wants his job, he has to win games like this. So this to me is going to be more on Brian Dable than anything in the world. He's gotten it wrong twice. Richie James and an offensive line he thought was capable of winning. This is the Brian Dable game. I expect him and Pete Carroll to play chess, and I expect our players to be healthy coming into this game of 10 days rest, playing above the X's and O's, and win this game. And not close either. I think we win this game 35 to like 20 or something like that.
Ooh.
I think we have an offensive explosion against them this game because I don't see them with a crazy defense that can stop our offensive weapons. I think we have a straight offensive blast this game, and we're proud of our team. But I do need one thing to happen. DK Metcalf, I need you to score all 17 of them points that they may have over there. That's it, because it's fantasy purposes.
Yeah, here we go. I knew there was a hidden. Yeah.
There you go. You got what you call it on the board. Koof man.
Koof man, appreciate you. Depth for the first time is looking healthy. I agree. I do agree. Because we have depth on the offensive line now, folks. We got depth on the defensive line now, folks. Who knew we could actually strengthen the trenches?
Just to clear up before Coach goes to these guys, and I believe so. Carroll's not the head coach anymore, but he's still involved in the building. He's still there. So if you think he's not having input and helping out, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You don't understand football.
Yeah, Sonny. He's not the head coach. You laughing out loud, but he's still in the building. He's still a consultant in the building. So
Seattle's not going to be a pushover team at all. But let's get into Cincinnati Bengals. Giants coming back home on October 13th to face the Cincinnati Bengals. And 8:20 p.m. prime
Did it
time
to me
game.
Again.
What?
Miz just said, let me go.
You picked them 35-3.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right. Miz just threw me when he said that. I'm like, damn, wait a minute.
Yeah, hold on now.
Damn, Miz, you just threw me for a second.
I ain't even smoked nothing yet.
I'm sorry, my bad.
I'm not bugging.
You got me with that, Miz. You got me with that, Miz. You got me with that. I've been so focused on the chat, and you was like, "Yo, let me go before Coach goes."
I just wanted to clear it up because some of the people don't understand. Go ahead.
No, because I thought I didn't pick.
Nah, you picked 35-3. Yeah.
30. No, I'm sorry, AYG. I'm sorry, but here's one thing. Here's one thing I do want to say to a lot of you guys in this chat.
Nah, you set it off with the Bengals. You got
No. I'm saying to those of you in the chat talking about Tibbs and coverage and all this and that, you do understand we're playing two different schemes. Wink's defense is heavily blitzed. Yeah, there's times he drops him into coverage. There were times, and when he dropped him into coverage, he left him totally lost. They did not teach Tibbs the proper angles to drop into coverage because there were several times he's dropping into another man's coverage, and it's like he's totally lost, just dropping straight back instead of taking the right angle, how to open and attack, whether you're taking a flat or you're taking a hook curl area. This scheme is going to be a little bit different. They're going to teach him that, because I've already seen a couple of times in terms of how they're dropping their outside linebackers, edge, however you want to categorize it. They're not going to drop him an extensive amount. So if you're talking about 1,000 plays over the course of the season, you'll be lucky if he gets maybe 90. Y'all need to chill. And if you really want to understand football, hit me up. We can sit down.
Coach, can I explain something to them, Coach, to just help them out so they can understand? Because I don't want you to lose momentum off what you're saying because people get frustrated because they don't understand the X's and O's. So let me just explain one scheme by Bowen so they could understand where Thibodeau will be at. Bowen runs a scheme which is called wide nine, right? Which allows his defensive edges to be perpendicular to the offensive lineman in a 65 to 675-degree angle, or with their hand in the ground in trickery, meaning as they'll look like they're going to put their hand in the ground when they're actually going to get into a stance with one leg in front, like as a wide receiver. It allows them to never go past the quarterback on 3 to 5 7-step drops and get in front of the quarterback on a 7-step drop. But if he steps up, that wide nine allows his push by his defensive tackles to get directly in front of the quarterback, eat up cushion to open up spaces between the A and the B gaps where he will send his safeties. So what I'm saying to you is Kayvon Thibodeau will not be 10 yards in back of a play down a field unless he's chasing down a run or he's coming horizontally, instinctually across the field. Wink Martindale's defense put him in that position. He'll always be going up the field or be hovering around the line of scrimmage. Did I explain that correctly, Coach? For those that do not understand.
Perfectly. So again, that's why I say if cats want to have a conversation, you want to learn. I've done very well teaching cats in the game of football. I've taught at a level where grown men came in, never played football their day in their life, and I've helped them become somewhat productive on the field. Look, we can have conversations so you can understand the game. Some of your takes. And for those of you who are wondering why your chats are not getting, because I'm controlling it, because I'm not putting some of the idiotic comments out there. I'm just not. So, but go ahead, NYG, you got it.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you holding down the chat, man. And just to clarify what Coach is saying is, we here at the Big Blue Crew, we take a lot of heat. We get bashed a lot. We get, people that been threatened. People that been, told, hey, we gonna meet up with you and do such, different things like that. So what we're trying to do is protect our community. And what I mean by protect our community is we don't want bad energy around. Bad energy does not mean you disagree. Trust me, we disagree all the time here. All the time. You know what I'm saying? Facts. That does not mean to disagree. If you want to put, I don't like Daniel Jones, he stinks, I'm not going to remove that comment. I'm not going to block you. I promise you that. But when you start attacking members on this panel, and when you start attacking people's situations, that's when you're going to get blocked on my channel. Everyone has their own criteria. I'm just coming from Unpopular Opinion Sports, man, speaking up as one of the leaders and the members of the crew. So that's all I want to say. Don't get discouraged like you can't put your comments in the chat. We just don't want this stupid stuff. Be mature about the conversation, y'all. I mean, we're grown men. I don't know how old you guys are or women, but we're grown here. Maybe this might not be the channel for you if you want the goofy, nitpicking and silly stuff. So that's all I'm saying, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But let's continue the show. We ain't gonna speak no more on that.
And just one last thing. There's good trash talk, and there's bad trash talk. I've lived around trash talk. I'm cool with it. Look, your team sucks. We gonna beat you. That type of stuff. All right, that's cool. That I mean, as long as it doesn't go to the extreme, and that's really what it's about, man. So go ahead, NYG, you got it.
Facts. Nah. But where we at? Week 6, Cincinnati, man. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, man. Upset special here. Upset special for the Giants. Cincinnati ain't right. Something ain't right over there. Why ain't Chase in the building right now? Why ain't chasing the building right now? T. Higgins is playing on the tag. They lost Tyler Boyd. Joe Burrow coming back from an injury. Their defense I like, but it's not world beater. So I am questioning Cincinnati a little bit. I think they're being overrated here a little bit. They might be the third team in that division. Now that I think about it, with Baltimore and Cleveland over there, and Pittsburgh is nothing to sneeze at. So I think at MetLife, think we get Cincinnati this game. I think we put pressure on Joe Burrow. That is a quarterback that's not going to move around a lot. He ain't going to be Lamar. He not going to take off and run, 70 yards for a touchdown. Put pressure on him. Their O-line is not great. Put pressure on Joe Burrow and watch the Giants win this game. I got the Giants beating the Bengals. I'm going to go with 24-21.
Mm-hmm. I actually agree with you. If you put pressure on the Bengals this year, they're going to be in very, very much trouble. Only time I think the Bengals are going to look like world beaters, as they say, is when Joe Burrow is protected and he has nobody coming into his face. I think this is a very different team. Joe Mixon is gone. I believe that's a little bit more hurtful than people are leading on to be. And we'll see what Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and them do this year. It looks like maybe T. Higgins might be over with the Bengals because of the contract situation. So who knows if he's going to be playing like the T. Higgins of old. And the injuries have just piled up for Joe Burrow. I know a lot of people like to talk about the injuries with Daniel Jones. His injuries are right there with him. So we'll see. I think we get them too. No, I do not watch Kid Blue Cheese. If that's who you're watching for Giants content, that's maybe why you're talking like that.
Subscribe to the Big Blue Crew. Subscribe to Unpopular Opinions. But I wish Lou was here. He could spit that out in like 2 minutes. Subscribe to Unpopular Opinions Sports. Man,
that's what a lot of you guys be watching. You be watching people like Kid
rest
Blue
of the crew.
Fireside Giants,
Online Tim, and all these
online Tim,
weirdos.
that's who you get your information. That's why you talk
I'll
about
take
it.
credit for putting Hub out of business. So thank you.
So I get that. Yeah,
Watch you some Miz in the midday. Watch you some New York Giants full access. Watch you some Heart of the City. Watch you some Read and Attack show. Watch the Man Cave podcast, man. Watch the Shakedown Media. Watch some real Giants content creators, man.
I don't get it. He's not a homer. He doesn't have us winning 13 games. We don't have the Giants winning 13 games. Most of us are between 9 and 11 games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But just because we don't say the Giants are going to be 4-13, we're homers. Like that doesn't
Dudes
make
are sitting
sense.
down watching tea and biscuits in the Blue Bubble House.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I thought you're supposed to have pride about your team, no matter what you think. I could go get 10 Panthers fans right now. They'll tell you we're going to be a better team than we were last year. We're going to win at least 7 games or something like that because of the new offensive line.
My coworker's a Panthers fan, and he's like, man, I think the Giants going to be all right. I was like, yeah, my fan base don't think so.
You know what I'm saying? But that's because of content creators like that. And we're trying to put a stop to that. That's why the Big Blue Crew was formed, man. Let's get some real Giants fan content. Let's get some positive content out there. I'm not saying that we're going to be 17-0 every year. We give you balanced content. We tell you exactly how we win or exactly how we're going to lose, and give you a real football analysis, not just we're going to lose because we're the Giants. Doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Like you would think the Giants never won anything in their whole existence the way these dudes talk.
I think we was the Lions, the Cardinals, or some of these other teams.
It's because it's a train of thought, Pat. You feel me? It's a training. You feel me? And once people are trained, once people are trained in a hive mind, they start this shit called irreversible biasness. So once they get that thought process going, they can't get taken away from that because the people around them still feel that way. So they got to join in to that hive mind. You feel me? But once the one person in there who's the beta leader anyway, right, starts to feel he's confident and the Giants might win, they also change their perspective
Yeah.
because that's just how it goes for them. They have to do what the hive mind makes them do. They don't think for themselves. That's
It's
why
the
guys
get
like the Big Blue
along,
Crew.
the go along,
Exactly.
get along game, bro.
Exactly.
Exactly who the fuck
Talk
it is.
about it. And that's the
I
reason
don't.
why
I
we are
don't.
who we are.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to say this because I may look dumb to these people. No, I don't care about those people. I want to speak my
Mm-hmm.
mind regardless. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. You keep listening to those content creators with the Giants, you're always gonna have the same thing about the Giants. And then when they start winning, when they change, you're gonna change right with them because you've been
But
right. Right.
let's get back on topic, folks, man. We got
Mm-hmm.
a whole preview show. Let's just let's just chill on the chat for a minute, man. We'll come back to the chat, man. Let's get these predictions out here,
Yeah.
man, because I don't want to be here for 5 hours today. Um, who we got? Okay, yeah, I picked the Bengals. Cave, who you got?
Yeah, I see an upset winning this game by the Giants. This is an upset since we got the worst talent on roster in the NFL. So I see the upset in this game. I got the Giants winning 30-27.
Okay. Dub, 30-27, man. Definitely appreciate that. Miz, who you got? Miz in the midday.
I like it. Um, this is a Monday night game, right?
I
So
believe so, yeah.
Is it?
yeah,
Yep.
I
No,
got
that's
the
a Sunday.
Giants.
It's
Home
Sunday night.
Sunday night, yeah.
Sunday night prime time. We haven't been good there, but I think the Giants show up big at home this week.
NBC.
I like the Giants. I've been saying that to a couple guys over the summer. I look at this game as Giants are gonna steal this game right here, if you want to call it that. But I think the Giants play good on offense, and I like the Giants in this game, 28-17.
Okay. 28-17 Miz.
I have them at this point 3-3 myself.
28-17. Who you got, coach?
Cincinnati. Cincinnati wins 35-24.
Cincinnati wins 35-24.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Coach has it 35-24. E, who you got? E, you still there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got it.
Uh, I hate these type of games. These are what we call trap games, right? Games where we should be able to win, and then we come out not because we play down to our competition. But we'll see if we trend in that
But
way.
you see him on the schedule
season.
next week, so you're right. Could be a trap game.
Could be a trap game, man. So you know what? The fact that I got to give this type of excuse because of this type of feeling, it's a loss in my heart already. In my spirit, I just feel it's a loss. I don't know why. I don't think Daniel Jones will have a bad game. I don't think the Giants will look bad. I think Cincinnati will just come out and do a little bit more in desperation to win. I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel. I think the score is something like 28-21, something like that, man.
28-21. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to how we can disagree but not turn the show into a shit show. You know, E could have easily said, and I like to try to teach too why I do my shows, especially on Giants Conversation, because it feels like the Giants fan base is lost. E was able to be negative without being negative. If you see what I'm saying, he was able to explain why they were going to lose without trashing the team, without saying Daniel Jones is the worst quarterback, without saying Brian Dable is the worst coach. You see what I'm saying? This is what we want. Bring analysis to why you feel the way you feel. I know that's hard for a lot of you people to do, but bring analysis to why you feel the way you feel. Yeah, I feel like Evan Neal is trash, but I can explain why. That's the difference. That's what we're asking for here, man. But, Pat, what you got for us, brother?
The Bengals.
Yeah.
Um, this is a hard game for me to pick too because if the Bengals are in a desperation, let's just say the Bengals are around 500 during this time, they're gonna come out with their hair on fire.
Mm.
Um, I don't know, man. This game could go either way, and it's a reason why I'm gonna choose the Giants because we gotta break this prime time curse. Got us losing the first prime time game to the Cowboys, so we gotta break this prime time curse, man. I got Giants winning this 23-17. And we stopped the Bengals on the last drive by sacking Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. I like it, man. So if we're keeping tally here through 6 weeks, Pat has us 5-1 through 6 weeks. Coach has us 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. Cave has us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-1 as well. Miz has us 3-3, like he said. I have us 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. E has us 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. So let's continue, man. We're gonna try to run through these here a little bit quickly, a little bit faster. Eagles.
Quick prediction.
Yeah.
NYG.
We'll spend time on the division games, but the other games just yeah. But go ahead. What you got?
My prediction is the Bengals are going to finish in last place in their division.
I can actually see that happening too.
That's bold, but it can.
Yeah,
happen.
hell yeah, hell
Joe Burrow
yeah.
stays hurt, and they have they have chemistry issues. When you got contract issues, you got chemistry issues. So I'm glad with the Giants. We don't have no contract issues right now. But Philly, October 20th, man. At home. Can we get Philly here? Let's go down the line, man. Coach.
New York wins.
Yeah.
28-24.
Yeah. 28-24. I like it, Coach. I like it. Pat, what you got?
To be honest with you, I actually got us winning this game too. We beat Philly the first game. I think our defensive line actually gets to Jalen Hurts. Only thing that will cause us to lose this game is if Jalen Hurts is able to chuck that ball deep to A.J. Brown, to Devontae Smith, and they make plays. I think that's how they're going to beat everybody this year, the people that they do beat, because I do believe that offensive line is going to be very different without Kelsey in there. Because the report's saying that he made all the offensive line calls. He made the audibles and everything for Jalen Hurts, and he's going to have to learn how to do that without Kelsey in there, so that may take a little bit of a transition. And I just think the time is now to get the Eagles.
Yeah, and those keeping track. It's gonna be Barkley's first game back. So I think both teams. Well, Barkley will be. The Giants will definitely be motivated. What was your score prediction, Pat?
We get the Eagles 24-20.
24-20. All right, Cave, what you got?
Yo, I line strictly with Pat. Same old thing, man. 24-20 Giants over the Eagles. Because you know me, I don't respect Jalen Hurts. Like I said, he's a choke artist for a quarterback. That bum, he's a bum ass, whatever.
He like definitely don't like. I will say that about Man Cave is not harsh on a lot of players, but Jalen Hurts.
But at the end of the day, to whom much is given, much is required. This guy's had the luxury of playing with great players around him from college to the NFL, and he's failed to deliver a championship. He's 0-2 in Alabama. If you can't win a championship at Alabama with all the best pieces around you, you're a bum.
Point.
You play with the Eagles, the number one team with the number one defense. You choked in the Super Bowl. And I don't care what people say. You threw for 300 yards. That was in the first half. Football is a game of 4 quarters, not two quarters. You have to play in the second half as well as the first half to finish the job. And you didn't finish the job.
I see a lot of people in the chat, especially Cheese. You got Daniel Jones, dog. I promise you, Daniel Jones' career will be a whole lot better if he had the number one offensive line, the number one running game, 2 number one receivers, a number one tight end, a number one defense. Like, that dude has played like Man Cave said, would have whipped his whole career at Oklahoma, Alabama, and the Eagles. And you seen what that dude was before they got AJ Brown and all those people over there that first year. If it wasn't for the running game, it wouldn't have been nothing. And if he was that great, why did y'all look so terrible down the stretch of last year when a couple of people got hurt and a little adversity hit? You know what I'm saying? And you talking about, oh, imagine y'all holding us to 20 points. We made y'all quit last year in the middle of a playoff run. With our team last year, we made you quit. With Tyrod Taylor, made you quit. We
That was
had you down,
bad.
what was it, 24 to nothing at one point?
He
That
ain't
was
a
Like,
leader,
bad.
bro. He's not a leader. He's not a leader. He's never been a
yeah,
leader. Never been a leader his whole life.
you know what I'm saying? When the onus is put on Jalen Hurts, this is a dude that you talk about Daniel Jones interception in the preseason. He did this in the playoff game. He ran from the 15 into the end zone to get a safety. Like, he has a horrible play like that too. Maybe even worse because he ran
He
15
he
yards to get in the end zone.
Excuse me a second, Pat. Excuse me a second. Danny boy, if I'm saying your name right. If you
Danny
can't
Boy.
respect another grown man, then get the fuck out of our chat. Period.
Ooh.
See,
Go
when it
ahead.
has to come down to that, it's because you've been given a patience and grace, but you just did not comply. There you go.
And if
Yeah.
there's any moderators out in there, get his ass out of here. Seriously.
Yeah, and listen, no, I wasn't thinking about the Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles been beating our butts. That's because they've been better. They've been a better team. I mean, ain't nothing with that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, hey, we still Giants fan. We always want to support our team. We ain't gonna be afraid of nobody.
Hold
You
on,
know what I'm
hold on.
saying?
Hold on.
The
What did
Eagle
you
Man
say?
Cave, the
Wait a
Eagles
minute.
beat
What did you
us. Okay,
say?
okay, coach.
What did you say? Tell him Patty. His name is not Patty. His name is Pat. Patty is a woman's name, man. Get it right.
But
Let's
yeah,
get back to the let's
All
get
right.
back to the
It's back
show,
on
man. This
track.
show is too
Um,
great. Right. So
we
let me
will acknowledge the chat at the end of the show. I'll keep. We'll
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
we'll
done. I'm done. I'm not bringing up
we'll
anymore.
highlight comments.
Mm-mm.
We just want to keep the show going because this is what the people that's listening come for. So,
right.
pause. But Miss, with what's your thoughts on Philly? You
Welcome.
think? Tell him why you mad, son.
Welcome.
right.
Won the Super Bowl, don't cut it, brother. Talk a lot of shit in the chat. If you don't win a Super Bowl this year, you are a major failure. But about the game, okay, everybody knows me. I like to do this once a year. I'm not going to predict it, but if there's a spot where the Giants have a tie this year, this would be the game.
Okay.
If I'm not gonna say tie because I know, Miz, you always be picking a tie, hit it once, whatever, blah blah. But if there is a game that's gonna be the tightest game of the year, I think this would be the game. Because I think that the Eagles, I gotta respect their roster and who they are right now. But at the same time, Barkley's coming home, and I think the Giants D and that fan base is gonna be more emotional in this game than any other game of the year. So it's gonna be a lot of feelings in this building. Even Mara, I think, is gonna want this game. He might show up on the field like Jerry Jones, but I think that this is gonna be a tight game. It's so hard for me to pick this game either way. I think it's gonna be like that, right down to the wire. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna take the Giants 27-24. Last
Yeah,
second field goal, a
Hey,
50
NYG,
yard.
NYG, give Iman a wrench.
27-20. Iman has a wrench.
27-24 NYG. But again, I want you to write next to
27-24.
that if there is a tie, this would be the game.
Okay, so this the tie game. All right, I'm gonna put
Hey,
tie.
I'm
Iman,
gonna
did I
go
give you a
this.
wrench? I think I gave Iman a wrench in mine.
Not on
I
this one.
do have an announcement.
Iman,
Thank
I
you
know,
guys.
has a wrench in my chat.
Hey, thank you guys for getting me to 20 members here on Big Pat Sports Talk, man. We back up to 20 members of the show, Talking That Talk with Big Pat Sports Talk. I do want to give appreciation to all you guys that have became members of Big Pat Sports Talk, New York Giants full access. Thank you guys. Real talk. Appreciate you guys.
And for my channel too, man. And definitely, man. Salute to you, Pat, man, for building up the community, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, you are a pioneer here in my eyes, brother. You already know we talk all the time, but for my channel, man, the people that I do give wrenches to, you are part of my community, Unpopular Opinion Sports, man, and trust me, if use that power, but don't abuse that power. You know, so if it's somebody in the chat that's getting out of control and you need to block them or you need to put them on timeout, that's what you do. You know, so because you guys are that's why we give you wrenches, because you are loyal supporters. As soon as I'm able to get monetized, I will be creating a a group just for you guys, man, that's been here rocking with me, man, since day one. And y'all know who y'all are. Y'all already got wrenches in my chat. So, but trust me, use that power if you need to. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to tell you that.
And Iman Perry, I just gave you the top moderator wrench in my chat. So you're able to block words and things of such and change the chat type. So I have given you official Big Pat Sports Top job. So because you're like the first one in the chat every time.
Yes,
so
he is. Yeah,
you
him,
are
Ghost
my
Dog,
official moderator.
Mosley. Yeah, man. All you guys, man. We already know, man. You know.
See, top wrench. Appreciate you, man. But get back to the show.
But
man.
yeah, so Philly, man, we getting these dirty birds this year, man. I'm sick of these goddamn guys.
First of all, y'all know how I feel about them, right? And they will not get any more than 10 seconds of my time. We stomped the dog shit out of them for the first time in a long time. We make a statement in this game. We put our foot on their motherfucking throats and slit open their chest cavities and pull out the other shit that's leaking on the ground at the 50-yard line. Okay? We kill them all and let their mothers sort them out. The end.
Give me a score prediction. Pain. So
a little bit to a lot. Giants.
Come on, Creed.
Pain.
I don't want no has-beens in my corner.
Right.
You better knock that smirk off your face before I knock it off.
So, E has the score as pain, a lot to a little bit.
Yes.
and I concur. I think we're gonna beat the hell out of these dudes this year, man. The Giants are sick of this crap, bro.
And a lot of Giants fans going to jail in the stadium because it's jail. People don't know this if you're not from Philly. Jail is in Lincoln Financial.
And this would be Saquon's return. You know, they're
right.
Gonna be amped up. They're gonna be amped up. The fans, the team's gonna be amped up.
And the teammates that he left gonna be amped up too. You sucker ass.
Just to go back on that just a little bit, NYG. I still think they love all those teammates. Still love Saquon Barkley, but it's
on the field,
like,
it's different.
That's what I was getting. That's what I was getting to. It's the guys like. It's the guys like Thibodeau that came out and said, hey, look, I respect the man, love the guy as a teammate, but he said, I believe on the Pivot podcast, when he comes back, it's up. So he was like, hey, look, I'm going to give him an extra shimmy here or there. So it might get a little chippy between I know Barkley's going to jump up after getting hit and say something to somebody. I don't know if it's going to be Bobby O. I don't know if it's going to be McFadden. I don't know.
Somebody gonna punch him in the face, bro.
It's either gonna be Banks. It's either gonna be Banks that he's gonna get into his face.
What of them dudes gonna swing on that dude? I can see it right now.
Nah, they ain't gonna swing on him, but they're gonna get up talking noise. It's either gonna be somebody like Banks, because Thibodeau ain't gonna talk to him the whole game. It's either gonna be Banks or it might be Bobby O. Because if Bobbio is hitting him throughout the game, he's gonna jump up and he's gonna say something to one of those guys, and then they're gonna get into it. You're gonna see it's gonna be a little close.
Pat, can I just say something?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go right there with you. It's going to be Bobby O. I'm gonna tell you why. People forget that Colts game was a battle between Saquon Barkley and Bobby Okereke before we got him.
Yeah, I
That's
remember
the
that.
reason
I
why
was
we
at
got
that
him.
game. Yeah.
Because of the fact of how he kept on making tackles on Saquon Barkley, which allowed the play action fake to help out, and also the fake handoffs and in and around bootlegs by Daniel Jones.
That's how they was killing.
That's how they was.
killing the Colts. I was
Yeah,
there, bro.
yeah,
They
I
was
was there
killing
too,
them with
brother.
those bootleg
Yeah,
fakes.
it was killing them with the bootleg fakes. But Bobby O has the most tackles on him from any Giant if you look at his career wise, right? So guess what? He gets the chance to say, same uniform, different shoe, same me. Welcome back. And I know it's going to happen. He's not a real aggressive, angry dude. So we're going to look for that with like either somebody that's off the ball. You know what I mean? Because everybody is cool with him. So we got to look for somebody that's going to really get in his face, like off the ball. I think that's going to be Tay Banks. I think he'll come up and run support because he's young, brash, and arrogant, and he didn't really form a relationship
Yeah, he
with
don't
him
got
like
no
that.
ties.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you
That's
feel
what I'm
me?
saying.
So
All
I
these
think it's going
dudes
to be him.
they
Pat.
not feeling Saquon. Oh, I'm
Hey,
telling you,
I got
man.
another thing for you too. He might have to go and defend somebody like AJ Brown from us too. Like when AJ Brown's gonna get into it with us as well because he does not like us for real.
And Tay Banks
Like
don't
AJ
like him.
Brown, yeah, they don't like each other for real. So AJ Brown gets up, he might make like a little 10, 15-yard catch, gets up, says something, and somebody says something to AJ Brown, and Barkley's gonna have to come in there. And I don't know, man. It could get ugly. I don't think it'll get ugly like that, but it could be, and it would be a sight to see because,
We
man,
want it to get ugly.
Thibodeau or somebody come push Saquon Barkley out the pile or something, that would be funny as hell.
Yeah.
It gets ugly, like Lou said. Meet us in the parking lot.
Let me say something. Okay.
Oh, Robert
Number
S. Real quick, man. It's Robert S. Subscribe to all our channels and hit that bell. And if you're asking that question, I know you haven't subscribed to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. I'll put the link in the chat for you, Rob, and you can go subscribe to all these guys' channels. Iman, if you could get the links in the chat for everybody's channel so Robert S. could subscribe. Thank you for tuning in, Robert S. Go ahead, Miz.
Yeah, what I wanted to say was this, man. This game better be personal, or I'll be very angry at the Giants. Okay, this is like the old days in New York when you went to play another neighborhood. Okay, you weren't leaving that day without a fucking riot or a brawl.
Right.
That's what it's gonna be now. Now this is my thing. Number one, you got the safety Newbin, who I think is gonna light Barkley up. Okay, because he wasn't here for none of the pass, so he don't care, and he looks like a guy that hits. Number two, all week long, we're going to have Barkley shoved down our throats by the ESPN and all the media. That's all you're going to hear about. The Giants are losers. They let this guy go. He's great. They did him wrong. They didn't want to pay him. You're going to hear all this nonsense. The Eagles are this and that. And if the Giant defense don't take that personal, and I think they will, by the end of the week, they're going to be so sick of it. So I'm looking forward to that, man.
Yeah, Miz, you on point, man. You on point, Miz, man. But check it out, man. I got the Giants winning this game 28-21. And it's everything you said. It's the motivation of this team. You, at some point, you on the block, you tired of getting punked, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Brian Dable's got to feed that type energy into this team. Stop being the suckers. Stop letting these media people pick on you. Stop letting other players from other teams pick on you. Stop letting teams come in there and pick on you and bully you and punch you into submission. Stop being the picked on team. You know what I'm saying? And these young kids, man. Remember, second youngest team in the league, starters. These young kids, they got that fight. they got that dog. You talk about Neighbors, Banks, Newbin, some of the veterans, Okereke, Dex, Thibodeau, Burns. You ain't trying to get punked no more. And that's why I think this Giants team is going to be a different team in this division. We'll see how it shakes out with the whole schedule, but especially in this division, you have got to be tired of getting beat up on by Philly and Dallas. So many years. When will it change? And if Brian Dable can't change it, guess what? He's not the right coach. I think Brian Dable's a good coach. I think he has that dog mentality. And that's the chemistry, that's the vibe that he's trying to put on this team, man. And the culture. That's why I think the Giants going to beat Philly and Dallas this year. Let's get it. On to Pittsburgh.
Hold on and watch.
Let's move on, because if not, we're not going to get through the schedule, because we too. I have to track time, because if I don't, the show will go on forever. And I love talking to y'all, but we do have other things to do throughout the day. So, and I'll give you guys a minute, of course, at the end of the show. You know how we do it. Pittsburgh, man. October 28th. Who you got, man? We'll start with you, Miz.
Yeah, no. Not a good place for the Giants. So I'll stick to what I said a month ago to you guys. That's going to be a bad place. I think the Giants are going to they're going to have a hard day even scoring points. So Steelers is the best historically organization on prime time. I respect them. They have a good defense. I still feel they're really good in the trenches. And I think that's just not a spot for this young Giants to be at. So you're going to give me the Steelers in that game 24-3.
Okay. 24-3. 24-3, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Beat.
Woo. All right, Pat. What's your thoughts, man, on the Steelers game?
I'm with Miz, but I got us winning this game. I don't think there's going to be a lot of points scored in this game. I do believe that Pittsburgh defense will be up on Monday night to play us. But I think our defense will do the exact same. I don't see Pittsburgh putting up 28 points against our defense, not with Justin Fields or Russell Wilson. And I think our defensive line can dominate their offensive line. I think this is like a 17-14 type game, 2014 us. I actually got us winning a grimy game on Monday night against Pittsburgh. But I do believe that this will be a defensive game and it will be a dogfight, especially if TJ Watt is not hurt. And TJ Watt's a monster, man. Every time I watch that dude play, between him and Myles Garrett, I got best edge rushers in the league. Between him and Myles Garrett, man, those dudes are amazing to watch them play. But I just don't see us getting blown out. No, what'd you say, 28-3 or 24-3? Hell no.
He said 24-3.
Yeah, hell no. Not to Pittsburgh.
Right. Yeah,
man. What you got, Cave?
Hey, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I think this is a letdown spot for us in this one. It's gonna be a low scoring game. I see 16-13 Pittsburgh. Just to be nice.
16-13. Coach, what you got? This one in your second team, when you say, right, Coach? Pittsburgh?
Yeah. I'm not picking this game.
No.
Out of respect to my dad, I'm not gonna pick this game.
Okay. All right. I can respect that. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Pittsburgh to win this game. I do have ties to the Pittsburgh area too. My mom's side of the family's from that area. So, but I've never been a Steeler fan. Never really had any much affinity for the Steelers, other than the colors that they wear. Black and yellow is hot, man, in front. But that's about as far as I go with Pittsburgh, man. Now I will say I do respect Pittsburgh because I respect Mike Tomlin, and I think he is one of the underrated coaches in the NFL. And for some reason, he gets heat from Pittsburgh fans, which is weird. It's like y'all are good every year, damn near. So, but this game right here, nah, man. The Giants got to get this one. The Giants have got to get this game, man, because originally I had picked Pittsburgh in this game, man, but I'm looking at Fields and Russell Wilson, and I mean,
Right.
it ain't looking. The receivers ain't great over there. I mean, it's just. I mean, if the Giants get a turnover or two, they can win this game easily. So I'm gonna go 14-10. Giants. E.
Yes, sir.
Who you got?
Another one of them games, brothers, that we all see here and we try our best to just be like the Giants, right? That's what we want to do because that's how we feel. But we are going to always be going against a well-balanced breakfast in Mike Tomlin. Please, let's never forget that. He's one of the best to ever do it. He's a mastermind. He's a alpha chess player. And if he sees any weakness on any team, he's going to exploit it to pull out those wins that allows him to get to the playoffs and have double digits each year with guys like Kenny Pickett at quarterback. You understand me? Musical chairs. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to win football games. So I'm going to say I love what we're doing in 1925, right? But not that much where I'm stupid enough at this point to go against Mike Tomlin. For some reason, I think he beats us. 21-14.
Okay. 21-14. And that's fair because
Yeah,
I
we
can't
lose
see
that
this
game.
game.
It's gonna be something like that.
Yeah,
sure.
I can't see this. This is a game I can't see going either way. Like I said, originally I had the Pittsburgh winning, but I don't like their quarterback situation. People talk about the Giants. I mean, oof. Ugh, Justin Fields, man. Oh my God.
Lou wants it,
But
Lou wants the link.
he knows where the link is. I'm not doing this one today, bro. And you late as hell.
Yo, Lou, you're late.
Right. He talk about you all the time, man. Get on him. Get him.
Yo, where are you, Lou? Carolina time?
I got it.
Washington, man. You got him, coach. Washington. Round 2 with Washington, man. I'm saying it's a sweep. Giants 21-17. 21-17.
Yeah, I think this game is closer.
Yeah.
I definitely think this game is closer. It could be a 21-20 type game. I still think we sweep Washington this year, but like Miz said, this may be the year they get us once. But
yeah,
if there's a letdown game, it might be between that Pittsburgh-Washington game. But I got us winning both of them.
Yeah.
Coach, what you got?
New York 28-7.
Okay.
He got us smoking Washington.
Here we go, coach. Here we go.
One of the Washington games is gonna be close in my opinion, though. It always happens.
Kay, what you got?
Like I said before, this is another bye week again. So 28-10. 28-10. And we can rest our starters after the third quarter.
28-10. Miss.
Oh, Giants. I have them losing the first one, so the Giants will win this game 27-20.
27-20. All right.
And plus, we'll be at the tailgate. We'll be there. So
facts. We need a dub, man. Facts. E, what you got?
Just because y'all gonna have a tailgate and I'm gonna be there, we winning. That's how that go. Feel me? Like I ain't going against me at Giant MetLife with my brothers for nobody. You know what I mean? So I got us winning this game kind of fairly easily. At this point, injuries catch up to them because they're gonna be overstressing from whatever they got going on down there. And we're gonna come into this game 90% healthy with some bullshit little bang ups that we all good. We dominate this game.
What's
Bottom
the
line.
score? What's the score?
28-12 or some stupid shit.
28-12. All right. Let's welcome Lou. What's good, brother? Everything all right over there, bro?
Nah, you dirty Mexicans didn't send me the link.
Send me
Built
the
in the
link.
wall to keep all you motherfuckers
God
out.
damn it. How everybody else get on the
big-
show?
It's in the big blue chat, Lou.
What's good with you though, bro, man? Everything good with you, man?
Yeah, just trying to do some side jobs, get some extra money, man. You know,
I hear you.
I got most of my tools back, but some of them I didn't. You know what I mean? So I got to buy them shits back because that's how I make my bread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
I
other
hear
than
you,
that,
man.
you know, I'm just finishing up, heading to the crib. So in the
Mm-hmm.
Hey, is your son's first game today or was it yesterday?
what's going on? Hello?
Yeah, Lou.
Did you
Can you
hear
hear me?
him? Yeah,
No,
we hear you.
Yeah, what was your son's game yesterday or was it today?
it was yesterday.
Okay.
And
It was yesterday, Pat.
Okay.
the results. He can't hear me.
He might be
I got
having
in and
some
out.
technical difficulties,
Oh,
man, but
all right.
we'll come back to Lou, man. Let's go to week 10, man. Man, they messed this game up for the Big Blue Crew, man. We're supposed to be down in Carolina. That was gonna be dope, man. But
Yeah.
again, you know, we had to alter plans, man, but we still gonna be out here, man. November 3rd at MetLife, man, for the Washington game. But Carolina over there in Germany. I'm gonna start with Coach cause this is Coach's spot, man. This Coach's home.
Jawohl. New York, 28-14.
Okay.
Yes, the game was
28,
yesterday. Can y'all hear me now?
14.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you.
And what's the results?
Oh, we lost by a touchdown, but they played way better. You know, like I said, a lot of them never played before. And they were scared of contact. They were scared of a lot of stuff that first game. But this second game, they got in there. They was blocking. They was running the plays. We still had some confusion amongst the linemen on where they were supposed to be lined up, but we're going to get that cleaned up. But nah, man, a lot, they not scared to hit no more. So now we can start implementing the playbook. Because we
And
had
how
to
little
get
man
that out
do?
of them first.
How little man do?
Oh,
Come
he
on, that's
did
all we
good.
care about.
He did good. I got him playing. He's playing defensive end and tight end. So because the other guy who was playing DN, he ain't coming to practice. He don't know the plays. So I had to move little man up to D end on defense. So I taught him to pop and rip move first. So he used that the whole game. Now I'm gonna teach him the swim move. But yeah, he was getting back there. And he don't even like defense, but he was getting back there.
That's what's up, man. Hell yeah, bro, man. But we going through the schedule prediction right now.
I know.
We halfway through it. Right now we're on the Carolina game, so I'll let you go ahead and talk your opinion on that.
Finishing up week 8 right here.
We're on week 10.
Week 10.
Yeah, it's at Carolina, but it's in Germany. You know, the game we were supposed to go to.
Yeah, the one they ended up messing up. That's all right. It's on November 3rd. But
facts.
So, okay. So this is
who you got?
Carolina,
Who you got? Yeah, we going
game.
dub
Giants,
up. Yeah.
The Giants whooped the Carolina Kittens. Okay, it's not even a issue. It's not even a point for discussion. We're gonna go in there and stamp on them cats, and it's over with. They're
Give
gonna
us
go
a
eat.
score.
28-10.
28-10. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all like that
And
28 number.
Yeah.
but
Actually, we got them averaging a lot of points this year too.
Yeah, y'all do.
because a lot of people, like to say, well, oh, they should be averaging. They ain't even gonna average 21 points a game, and I'm like, 4 touchdowns is not hard if you actually have an offense that can be functional. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's not
4
hard to get.
touchdowns has been impossible for the Giants in like 5 years. Yo, it seems like
We also have had the worst O line in football for more than 5 years. So
that's true.
with a half
Man.
decent O line, 4 touchdowns should not be hard, especially with Malik Neighbors, Jalen Hyatt, Wandell Robinson. When you factor that in, that should be easy. We should be looking at 3 to 4 touchdowns a half.
Facts. Pat, who you got in this game?
Washington. Oh, I mean Carolina. Oh, I got us
Yeah.
in this game. You just got to watch out for Deontay Johnson in this game. Don't let him get 12 catches for 100 or some yards and a touchdown or something to keep the Panthers in the game. I think our defensive line dominates. I think our DB shouldn't have a hard time with old man Thielen and Xavier Legette and Johnson. As long as we don't let freaking what's the quarterback over there from Bama running around like a chicken with his head. Yeah, Bryce running around like a chicken with his head cut off and make some plays. We should win this game handily. I think I'm gonna say 31-10.
Whew. All right, 31-10. Cave, who you got?
I don't even want to say it again. I don't want to say bye week, but this is a vacation game for the Giants. But I think for some reason it's always like a slow start when you play overseas. It'd be like a slow game or something like that. So I got the Giants winning like 21-13 or something like that.
Okay. Cave with the dub, 21-13. Miss.
Oh yeah, I think the Giants won this game 23-10. Just for the only thing I'll be worried about is that they don't fly across to Germany and come out a little tired or flat. That's the only concern. But on the field, the Giants are a much better team. And just a little stat: I believe the Giants' lifetime are 3-0 overseas.
Yep.
So yeah, 23-10 Giants.
E, who you got?
Flugenglas and Hagendas. I don't see us losing over into the Germans over there. So,
Fräulein.
right. Fluglein to imply conclusion. Translation: the Giants is going to whoop that ass over in Germany. Bottom line. Heukleiten Schleitenfruit. Translation: score will be
Hey, stop it.
30
Stop it.
to 14.
Stop messing with the
Schlotling
language.
Clinton in the Fleutenschleit.
Stop messing
Translation:
with the language, G.
I'm out.
You got ready to be on timeout for sure, man.
All right.
Translation: forgive me, coach.
You sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Jawohl.
I'm gonna mess y'all up on this one, man. Giants lose. Giants lose.
Hold on, NYG. Hold.
9.
Giants lose 24-21 to Carolina. I think this is a letdown game. And I think that, the bye week being the next week over, I think that, the Giants are going to be heavily injured at this point. People aren't going to be playing that should be playing. And I think they're going to be looking to that bye, and they're just going to go into the bye, because I have them at a pretty good record right now. So I think they're just gonna go into the bye, man. It's gonna might be a little bit of a letdown game here, with all the travel and everything. Yeah, bye week 11. So week 12, man. Tampa Bay at MetLife. Lou, you there? All right, we'll go back to Lou. Let's go to E.
Tampa Bay. This is
Tampa
going to be a
Bay.
game, man. This is going to be a game. The last time Baker Mayfield played the Giants, we destroyed him. Right? He has a supporting cast that can help him on every level of the field offensively. Now, his tight end is a little, mediocre toka, which is all right. But he
Kate
has some
Otton's better
dogs
than
over
what you
there.
think, E. I'll just be real with you. Kate Otton's nice.
No, I'm saying he's mid. He's not top 10. He's in the middle of the pack of tight ends. If we think about it, right? Do we put him up there with the top 10 tight ends?
After this year, you will.
Okay, well, he got to get to that point, Pat. You feel what I'm saying? Based off his mediocre, medium collateral situation at the moment, until he proves, that he's the guy, which I'm not saying he's not, but he's that second wave of tight ends to me. You know what I mean? I think this game is way tougher than most people are going to want to think about. One, it's going to have a lot of playoff implications at this point in time, meaning as it will set you up to see if you're going to make a playoff run seriously at this point in time. They're in a division where they can actually win or take that division depending on how that team plays, in my mind. And they're going to be at MetLife, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, one, I'm going to tell you why we win this game, regardless to how much I'm stressing the toughness of it. Hot weather teams go into a different place when they come up to play cold weather teams in a climate like this. For some, it's a problem. It's always a
I'll
problem.
do it.
And they're going to be
Miami,
in
Atlanta.
MetLife, right? They're going
I'll
to be
do it, man.
MetLife with that win. And Baker Mayfield has never had to deal with that type of situation at that state, at this late in time in his career. To me, now he's played in cold weather because he's been in
Yeah, he
Cleveland.
played in
He's
Cleveland.
played
I
in
was gonna
cold weather,
say.
but I'm talking about them wins in MetLife. That's a different
It's
situation.
windy in Cleveland too, bro. I
But
ain't gonna
as
hold
as
you.
as windy as in the
It's
stadium of MetLife,
cold as I've been in the stadium. It is
yeah.
cold
But
as hell in that
yeah,
stadium. It's right on the river.
right. But I'm
I
saying
think
it's
it might
windy
be
though, because
worse.
you know how them winds will take a field goal. Yeah, that
MetLife
shit.
is not colder than Cleveland Stadium. No.
Yeah, I keep stressing the wind factor, right? Because
Yeah.
that shit just different there. I'm telling y'all, man, it's something going on in there, and it ain't
Yo,
Jesus like.
I say this. E. The win factor in the Meadowlands.
So you
I
got the
think they used
Giants,
to
E?
funnel.
Yeah, I got the Giants because of the fact that
Score.
they got to come up. Um, I think this game is a lot less of a scoring game. I think this game is something like a 21-14 type of game because
Okay.
it's going to be cold, man. This is week what again?
11 or 12, something like that.
12.
Oh hell yeah, we talking
Yeah. November
December.
24th. Yeah.
Man, yeah, it's going to be frosty outside. Yeah,
Pat, what you got?
The win factor, I do agree with E about the win factor. Now I don't know if the win factor is as great in Cleveland as it is just cold in Cleveland. So, but he's been playing in Tampa Bay, so things change. I think we win this game because I think we get to Baker Mayfield in this game. And we don't allow him to use those weapons that he have in Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and Cade Otton and White. I think we shut their run game down. When we shut their run game down, they're going to try to force feed Mike Evans. And I just think Baker will make a couple of mistakes. We got to win 20-17 or something like that. But it could go either way in the game, bro. You can go either way.
Coach.
Tampa Bay 10-7.
Tampa Bay 10-7. Miz.
Yeah. 1 second. I want to see something.
Yeah. What you trying to see, man? You trying to see,
I'm
man?
trying to
You trying to
see.
look at?
We're coming off a bye, right?
Yep, coming off a
I'm
long
trying to see
layoff.
who Tampa plays the week before.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, they don't. They're coming off a bye also.
Oh, okay.
And the week
So both
before that,
teams
they
should be
play the
prepared.
49ers at home. So I think it's going to be a low scoring game. And I think that the Giants should win this game. But because we're coming off a bye and because the Giants should win this game and because I've seen a lot of history of the Giants in this position, they're going to lose 16-13.
16-13.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You
the
said
game
all that
that
flash shit for us to lose.
Right.
I just know as a Giant fan, this is a game we expect to win, and that we're starting to make a little run. And this is the one where our fan base is going to explode at each other after this game.
See the PTSD. That is that is exactly how Giants fans act, and he got it right. And I'm not mad at Miz. But I told you, thank you for not letting me speak after him no more. Thank you.
Now it's on Cave.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the guys. Is coming off a layoff, of a bye week. It's going to be a tough game against them. They do have a good defense, but I think this is going to be Daniel Jones against Baker Mayfield. They're going to try to put that in the media the week before and all that stuff. So I see the Giants winning off by a field goal, 23-20 something, somewhere around there.
Giants win 23-20.
20.
All right. Now, I think
Lou.
Jeez. I think is Lou's back. All right, Lou, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We got Giants Tampa. Who you got?
Nigga. Giants.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. But
I mean, I have to ask.
Giants. Indubitably.
Well, give me a score.
I say 24-17.
24-17. Okay. I think the Giants coming off the bye, they're gonna get right in this game. I got the Giants winning. I actually think it's gonna be a little bit of a low scoring game too. So I'm gonna pick the Giants 17-14. Giants get the dub here. One of those last second field goals because I think Tampa's defense is solid. It's gonna be a back and forth game. But Cowboys week 13. Here we go.
Yep.
Giants
What y'all got?
Giants win 20-13.
20-13.
Daniel Jones will then sign his name on the stadium wall, just like Eli Manning
Yeah.
Yo, that was
Nice.
funny. I'd say another
Yeah.
funny thing that was in Dallas too. Y'all remember when Dallas and Philly played in the playoffs and Donovan McNabb banged on their windows? That shit was funny as hell. They lost that game, but that shit was funny. He banged on their window and did the Michael Jackson to the fans that was in that little area right there. That shit was funny as hell. But honestly, I think Dallas gets this game. I think I got us beating on that first game. I think Dallas is going to get on a little bit of a roll here, and they beat us. It's going to be like something like 28-17, man. I think they get the better of us this game.
Okay. Cave.
I'm going the total opposite. I gave Dallas the first one on a short bye week, but I think this again we get Dallas, and I'm going to see us jumping into that Salvation Army red thing with some touchdowns.
That's right. It is on Thanksgiving, so.
And on turf, our defense probably going to play faster with Burns and Kayvon coming off the edge on turf, so they're going to move faster. So I think they're going to get to Dax. Plus, Dexter in the middle. Their offensive line is not the same no more. They have a makeshift offensive line now, so I don't trust that line, and I think we'll get in there.
What's the score?
Oh, score 28-24. Giants.
28-24. Miss.
Hold up.
Oh yeah, not a place I want to be at on Thanksgiving. So, uh, I think I
Before
gave us a
Miz,
win at home.
gives
Third,
his illustrious pick, y'all go hit that subscribe button to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Stop being ninja watchers. You heard? You're getting all this free content. The only thing that we ask is that you go subscribe to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Ain't no other crew, nowhere on social media, giving you this kind of insight, this kind of football detail, film breakdowns, roster moves, trades, injury reports up to the second, all day, every day. Big Blue Crew Sports Network for all your sports needs. Go subscribe now. Stop being a ninja watcher. You heard? Back to you, Miz.
no, I could see neighbors scoring early and jumping in that red bucket, but Dallas wins that game 31-17.
31-17. E, who you got?
Us, brother. It's time. It's sweet time this year. You heard? It's sweet time this year. I'm talking big shit, bullshit, big shit. Cause that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? It's sweet time. Yeah.
You do know, the first game you had us winning too.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
what's the score? What's the score
Yes,
on this
sir.
one? What you got?
I think at this point our offense is clicking. I think everybody's pissed the fuck off at Daniel Jones, and they mad at the fact that we are not going to get a top 10 quarterback next year
Ooh,
drafting, and
it's gonna
everybody's
sting.
going to be upset. And he walks out of there looking like the angry bird in the face. That's how he looked. If y'all look at the angry bird, and Daniel Jones looked just like the angry bird. He walks out there looking like the angry bird. You feel me? And we come back on the airwaves as content creators and lose our fucking minds. Do you hear me? We lose our minds. We win that game 35-24.
Oh wow, okay.
We're gonna be in
High
full
score
swing.
affair.
Damn right. There's no way in my mind the Cowboys could stop us.
You know
What
how
what
angry
you
you know how angry you just made the loser half of the fan base that's looking for the first pick in the draft. You understand what you just did?
Hey, and that's cool, man. That's what we here to do, man. Lou, who you got, bro?
First,
Cowboys.
first of all, that shit was hilarious when you said it's sweet time. All that shit made me think of was that damn Dr. Pepper commercial.
Exactly where I got it from, Lou.
Sweet, little sweet coming out the bushes. Yo, listen, I'm not worried about nobody, man. I keep telling y'all, greatest show on turf, Big Blue version. DJ throws 42 touchdowns, man. 42. You heard? Like the great Jackie Robinson's number. 42.
What's your score, bro?
42 points in this game.
Okay, 42 to
5. Nah, let me stop playing. Nah, you know, this is a game that we gotta put our statement down. We gotta let everybody know that we're a real team, that they are really vying for Super Bowl contention by this point. So you really want to make your mark. And this is the time of the season where you should be playing mistake-free football. You should know your playbook. Everybody should know their assignment. Yeah, you might have some injuries around this time of year, but that's what the next man up mentality is all about. You get these guys, you coach them up, you develop them, and you keep them on the roster because they're supposed to make an impact when they come into the game. So, you know, and that's what it is. I think we got some pretty good depth at a lot of places. There's a few places we need to shore up for sure. But yeah, I think we come out here and dominate. You talking about the Dallas game, right?
yeah. What's your score?
Yeah. Shit. 35-14.
35-14. NFL ain't do us no favors in this one, fellas. This one gonna be a L. Short week, Thanksgiving. I mean that's nasty work, bro. They always seem to screw us with these Cowboy games, and I think they lose 24-20. All right, week 14. New Orleans. New Orleans at MetLife. I'll go ahead and set this one off. I think New Orleans. I think we're gonna beat New Orleans. New Orleans is a tough team normally when they play at home. It's one of those things like I think Miz was saying. You got these cold weather teams coming up north in December and January. It's not going to be pretty, especially with our type of pass rush. You make them one-dimensional, keying on Alvin Kamara and Taysom Hill, and I think you beat them. I'm going to give the Giants the dub here. I'm going to say a game like that might be some bad weather. We'll go with 2017 Giants.
Yeah.
All right. Miz, what you got?
Yeah, that was E was talking about the wind and the cold weather, not me. So I'll give E his credit. But I want you to make E follow right after me. What I want is the Saints are a good home team and they are garbage on the road. That hasn't changed in 10 years or more. The Saints walk into a beatdown. Hopefully we get a little snow, make it a nice winter game. I like the Giants 27-13.
Okay.
All
right, E, you got it.
See what I'm saying? I'm all right now. No, we good now. You feel me? We all right. Miz, you all right, all right? You all right. You understand? You all right. And let me tell you why. First of all, they don't even play in the elements. They're a dome team.
Right.
So a dome team pause coming to cold weather is definitely going to go through what they go through. It's going to be late in the season, and they're going to be possibly vying for a wild card spot, if that's even a good enough situation for them and their record. We'll be fighting for a division title at this point in time. So we're going to crush the shit out of them because we have more to prove. This is the year that we set it off, and we're even further away from that top quarterback spot. Second round QB, maybe. 35-14. We beat the shit out of the Saints at home.
Yes, sir.
Got nothing to prove. Shout out to Trauma in the chat going back and forth at it with Chi. Hey, so you're made from being old and aged and rotten. So
Yeah.
McKay, what you got?
I'm right there with E, man. I got the Giants 31-17. Derek Carr's the quarterback, man. He's going to throw some picks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So could be the game that they finally move on to Spencer Rattler in this game. Come on in.
Oh, wow. Pat,
and he's going to die, too.
They're all going to die.
Yo, the pass rush should have everything going on at this time. We should have a full understanding of what's going on. We're going to hurt something.
This game is at MetLife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we beat the Saints at MetLife. If we was in New Orleans, I think they win, but we beat the Saints at MetLife. Derek Carr ain't ready for MetLife in December. Especially with that pass rush coming. Yeah, they're not ready for MetLife in December.
And he wasn't ready for
the
it
score?
2 years ago with the Raiders, if you remember.
We win this game 30-13.
Okay. Coach, you there?
It's the New Orleans.
Yeah, I'm here. Eli Manning standing on the sidelines. Windy Stadium. Raucous crowd. Derek Carr as a quarterback. New Orleans scores 3 points. New Orleans scores 3 points and the Giants 24.
24-3. Okay. So I'm the only one has a close game here. Silly me. Lou, what you got?
man, listen. This is one of them games that you're supposed to win. The Giants usually give one of those up every year. So I can see this being one of them.
Okay. Score.
Mm, Probably some dumb shit like 21-20.
21-20. Yeah, could
Mm-hmm.
definitely see that. Sounds like a giant score. Almost, but not good enough. Baltimore at MetLife again. Giants back-to-back home games here.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Mm-mm.
yeesh. Go
Mm-mm.
ahead, coach.
Lamar Jackson wants revenge from the last time he was here, and he's gonna put on a show, and the Giants are gonna lose 30-17.
Yeah, I'm with Coach. I actually had it worse. I had it 34-13 Ravens. I think they trounce us this year.
Mm,
They're in the middle of a playoff push in the AFC North. They're trying to get that home field advantage. And they just see us as a roadblock right here. They run straight through us, man.
uh,
Mm.
Lou. I'm gonna go back to Lou real quick. What you got, Lou?
I think we shut the Ravens down. I'm opposite to
Okay.
some of my colleagues here. I think we come out here and make a statement. Burns, Thibodeau, Dexter, Chapman. I think they get in that backfield and rattle Lamar, make him make some dumb mistakes. Because these are not slow guys running at him. These are not big frumpy linemen that can't move. All four of those guys I just named are fast and agile. So
Very true.
he's looking at a different defense. He might want
Mm-hmm.
revenge, but this is a different team, different defensive scheme, and this front four is not the front four that he faced before.
Yep.
What's your score?
Mm, 24-13, something like that.
24-13. Okay. Cave, what you got?
Yeah, I got this as a close game, 24-21. I think the Ravens will get this game, but like I said, the Giants' defense is different, and we will be there to stop the run. And I think Isaiah Simmons will be the spy in that game. So they're gonna have to force
Okay.
Lamar to pass the ball.
E.
We get our asses bust.
Facts.
Oh, we gonna get our asses cut this game, and it ain't gonna be cool, and we just gonna be pissed off. But we have a winning record, and we just beat the shit out of the Cowboys and the New
Right.
Orleans Saints. So we gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gonna just relive our Thanksgivings because this shit ain't gonna be giving no thanks. You heard? We gonna get our asses twisted. That's a well balanced breakfast over there, and that shit is high on calories. Yo,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
gonna
lot
be a
of shit
problem
we
down
might be
there,
ready
man.
for. We gonna look cool in the first two quarters, but shit gonna get real after halftime. So I
Facts.
expect us to get
That's
our
what I'm
asses
thinking.
whipped, and I'm gonna eat some cool shit on that day, so at least I can feel better about my life. Cause we gonna get our ass twisted. So that's about that. I don't want to get no score predictions. Shit gonna get real, and we gonna be like, damn. And I'm gonna be like, at least y'all had some good food, cause this shit is serious. They
All
gonna
right.
be making a serious playoff push, and it's divisional push, cause that shit is real over there for them in the NFC North. I mean the
All right.
AFC North. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
So,
we're lost.
um, loss score prediction ugly. All right. Miss.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be all ugly this day. So I think it's gonna be like Ravens will have a pick six, Ravens will block a field goal, Ravens will take a special teams kickoff back to the house. I think 34-10. Like
Yeah.
I just don't have a good feeling about that type of game.
I don't either. I agree with y'all. This is gonna be one of those ones that get out of control. 35-17 Ravens. Um, moving on, Atlanta. Going down to the ATL. I'm gonna start with Cave here since he's down in there in that
Down
area.
in the A.
What you got, Cave? How them Falcons looking?
Yeah, I told you, Falcons probably gonna be the surprise team in NFL and stuff like that. They got a good defense, got a good offensive line, got some weapons now, and I think by that game, Michael Penix will be the starter by that game.
Ooh, okay.
He probably be there before then, but I think I still got us winning that game anyway. It's gonna be a good game. I got us winning like 31-28.
Okay. 31-28. Um, Coach.
Atlanta wins 31-27.
Atlanta wins 31-27. Um, I'm gonna pick the Giants to win this game, and I think they rebound here. I think this is gonna be one of those games that if they are starting a Penix or somebody like that, this pass rush is even Kirk Cousins. I think this pass rush can get after. I know their offensive line is good, but I think our pass rush is better. I think it'll be close. 20. Yeah, I'm gonna go 30, 35, 33. I think it'll be a shootout. Actually, on that in that dome. But Pat, what you got?
We playing in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Coming off that embarrassing loss to the Ravens, I think we bounce back and get the Falcons. I think it will be it'll be testing in that first half. We'll see. We might be down like maybe 13-10 in that first half. But I think we turn it up in the second half. We wind up winning 27-20.
Okay. Lou, what you got? Lou. All right, we'll come back to Lou. Miss.
Yeah, I have it exactly. I had the same exact score as Coach, so I'm gonna stick with it. I think it'll be a shootout, so to speak, back and forth, but Atlanta will win 31-27.
Atlanta 31-27. Okay. E.
I think after the crushing from the Ravens,
After the Kraken, huh?
after the Kraken is released from the Ravens, I think Atlanta shall not pass.
Right.
Feel me? Mordor. That shit gonna be Mordor down there. You hear me? Because people forget New York is in Atlanta heavy. That shit
Yeah,
gonna look like a Giants game. I'm
that's a
telling
fact.
ya. The ATL Giants game is gonna look like a Giants game because New
Atlanta
York is
fan
so
base is
heavy.
Atlanta
Yeah,
fan base is
yeah.
not a
At
heavy
all,
fan
bro.
base.
At all. You feel me? So I believe this is a home game for the Giants. We win this game 28-17. This is a home game for us, bro.
It is a
28-17.
home game. It will be a
All
home
right.
game.
Watch. And I'm gonna be
Um,
there too, by the way.
Lou, are you there?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. We'll get Lou's pick on the next round. Um, Indy. Indy at MetLife again in December, man. I've lived this one before, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it off, man. We beating the Indianapolis Colts, man, here, and I'm not gonna disrespect them. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean they do got Jonathan Taylor. I think Anthony Richardson could be a surprise QB this year if he's healthy. And you know they got some decent playmakers over there. So, but this is a game, man. I think the Giants are gonna be fighting for playoffs, fighting for a wild card, man. This the game, man, where the real fans gonna have to turn out. Man, I might slide to this game, man, if you know what I'm saying, on the low. You know what I'm saying? Because I think this is gonna be an important game for the Giants, man. I think the Giants get this game right here. Daniel Jones shut some of the critics up. Once again, has a good performance versus the Colts, man. And Giants win 24-17 and lock up a playoff spot. Let's get it.
Mm-hmm.
Miz, who you got?
Yeah, I like this game. I like this game at home, right around the holidays, right? It reminds me of that game 2 years ago a little bit. So, but I like the Giants here, 30-23.
30-23. Okay.
Mhm.
Is 30-23. Pat.
We win this game 30-16, get our playoff victory, and we'll see who we play in the playoffs the first round.
E.
Same as last time.
Facts.
Same as last time. You get your ass whipped when you come this far for no goddamn reason. You an inside team. Feel me? You done fucked up, and we get a chance to show everybody why we didn't pick Anthony Richardson. And that's that.
Mhm.
We win this game
Same.
32-14.
32.
Some we on
32-14.
some offensive shit at this point.
He's clearly according to your scores.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Lou was the
I'm on
greatest
what I'm
show
on.
Cave, who you got?
Well, I'm with everybody. I got the Giants winning this game 29-17, man. 29-17. Two cold weather teams, but one team don't play in the cold.
17.
They play in the dome.
Yeah. Facts. Lou, you back? All right, let's go to Coach.
Sipped up, okay. Microwave for 3 minutes. Where are we? Indianapolis wins 28-17.
20. Oh, Indy wins. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got us 28-17.
You
All
talking
right.
about Indianapolis?
Yeah, the Colts.
I think we bust that ass.
All right. You want to give a score? Or you just 31?
Something like that.
31-10? Okay. Yeah.
What's that?
Wasn't it? Yep.
See, Lou in the 30s too.
Yeah, man. This Giants offense gonna cook this year. All right. Finale. Then we're gonna tally everything up, man. Week 18 at Philadelphia at Lincoln Financial Field, the House of Horrors for the Giants. Man, Pat, tell me it's gonna be different this year.
No, we lose. We lose this game. That's a fact. I don't think maybe either one of these teams have anything to play for at the end of this season during this game. I think we lock up a wild card spot, and the Eagles may lock up first in the division, or they locked up their spot, and neither one of us can move with a win or a loss. So I just think this is just a game they're just gonna play.
Okay. All right, you got an L. Score.
Oh, a score? No, I don't really have a score. You might see backups playing each other in this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bums. We'll just put that. Coach. Yeah, I ain't gonna make y'all give a score. I'll just write something in it. What?
28-27 Philadelphia.
28-27. L for the Giants. Cave.
Yeah, I got the Giants winning because then the Eagles, they probably going to rest their starters in this game, man. So
okay,
we'll win this game and something like that. 30-26 or something like that.
30-26. Miz.
Yeah, I think if we need this game to get in, if we have a chance to play this game to get in, and the Eagles is already in, then I'm always going to go with that team that needs it. So I go with the Giants, but I also gave us a win at home when really I think we're going to split with them. So I'm going to say that I actually can see them actually winning this game and losing the first one. But I did say split, so I'm going to go Eagles 24-17.
Okay. 24-17. Yeah, I think we lose. Probably going to be... I ain't going to score no points. I'm going to say 21-20. E.
Drew Lock gets hurt walking out the tunnel. Tommy, Tommy DeVito actually goes on to win this game because it ain't going to be about shit. We're not going to have our starters in. They're not going to have their starters in. Either they're going to be winning the division and we're going to be locked up for a wild card spot, no question, or we actually might be vying for a higher spot. And I just don't think this game is going to matter. It's just for pride. You feel me? I don't think we're going to be playing against anybody at this point. So Tommy DeVito wins this game 21-17 or loses this game 21-17. I just don't think this shit going to matter.
Lou, what you got last week at Philly?
I think we beat the shit out of the Eagles, man. Listen, I'm not impressed by them at all. You know, Jalen Hurts is a fucking bum. I don't care what nobody says.
Man, Cave concurs.
He's in the same position Dak Prescott was in. He came in there with a great offensive line and some weapons. You hurt a few of them dudes, or you take them out the lineup, or you let them retire or get traded, you're going to see. Watch. Eagles is not going to be what everybody thinks this year. We're going to bust their ass. Score. Shit. 35-14, 35-17.
35-17. All right. That is it. Let's tally it up. Man, it's going to be crazy right here. So let's start with Pat. Pat has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 wins. And 1, 2, 3, 4 losses. 13-4 for Pat. Coach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Has 10 wins. He didn't pick one game, so 10 wins and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losses. So 10-6, like the old NFL record, fitting for Coach. Cave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. God dang. Man, Cave. 15-2. Okay. That is your unpopular opinion, folks.
More than that, more than the 2 losses.
Dave, I'm gonna call you after the show.
Okay. All right.
Miz. Miz got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins, 9 losses, 8 and 9 for Miz. E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Also 13-4.
I'm gonna call you after the show.
You gonna call yourself?
After the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you after the show. Yeah, and then I know what I was doing, but I'm gonna call you after the show.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 6. Yeah. 11-6, man. 11-6, man. Big Blue Crew. Lou, where you at, man? 11-6, bro.
You already know. That's the motto, baby.
Yeah.
That's why Lou didn't have to be on. He was already 11-6.
11-6, man. But yeah, man. I think this is gonna be a good year for this offense. I think this year the offense finally gets clicking. with Neighbors, with these receivers. These receivers, man, they are out to prove something. I think these young guys are hungry. Pause, but I think I think when I look at this team, man, this team has been getting disrespected enough. Brian Dable, if Brian Dable is the coach for the New York Giants, he has to get this team ready to play week in and week out, and we got to see that effort. We can't see these demolishings like last year where you getting beat 40 something, nothing, and all. Like, we can't see that this year. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't see that, the Giants are gonna be way more competitive, and they're gonna be in a lot of games, man. And I think we have the type of defense, man, that's gonna make it's gonna be a problem for teams to score, man. Certain teams. Now that we've got a little bit of insurance in the secondary, I feel a lot better about this defense because it was scary there for a second. But man, I think the Giants can and should be a lot more competitive. I know my record speaks for itself, man, but I'm gonna go around the panel, man, and I said the records, man. Tell me why you guys felt like you felt with this Giants team. We'll start with Pat.
No, I just feel with this Giants team. I think that this offensive line is going to change this team. It's going to allow this offense to be a whole lot better. It's going to allow the offense to keep the ball a little bit longer, and it's going to allow this new defense to go out there and do what they do a lot better than what they have been the past couple of years. I just think this could be a good team going forward, man. And I don't understand what it is about Daniel Jones that I lucky at it on my stream, Kevin Donches, because I would have played your segment. But like always crying. You can't even tell if a quarterback's a one read quarterback unless they have an offensive line, and that's a fact. Because if you have a consistent offensive line giving that quarterback time and he never comes off that first read, that's how you can know he's a one read quarterback. But that's the only way you'll be able to know, because when you have a quarterback, when his time clock is sped up the way that it is, you don't know if he's a one read quarterback, because you know what? Because most of the time you only have time to get to one read. So it doesn't make any sense, man. You guys gotta learn the game. You're just coming off what people say on the internet or what the media tells you, and that's a shame, because being you're not even being honest with yourself as an actual fan. You know what I'm saying? And that was one play, the very first play of the game, where they was trying to get it to Malik Neighbors to get him started, sir. So other than that, he did it pretty well after that. Couple of plays, yes. Does he scramble sometimes and not keep his head up to throw the ball down the field sometimes? Yeah, because he's not used to guys breaking open. But hopefully he breaks that with these guys. If not, he won't be here.
And
As
he's
simple as
not
that.
used to guys blocking neither.
Right.
Or
So
having the
just
pocket.
just enjoy the season. Hopefully he does well. I want him to do well because he's the quarterback, and I want this team to win. But if he doesn't, he won't be here. And if I did break it down on film, why you come in saying the same thing, sir? Obviously you didn't pay attention. Pay attention next time. But I just feel this team is gonna be a lot better this year. I think they got chips on their shoulders. You got Malik Neighbors ready to show out, getting the number one. You got this offensive line that has some dogs on this offensive line this year. You got people like Motor Singletary ready to prove that he's a good running back in this league. You got Hyatt wanting to prove himself, Slayton wanting to prove himself, Wandale Robinson wanting to prove himself. You got Thibodeau in the crossroads in his career. He's going to take that next step to be one of the top paid edge rushers when it's his time to get paid. And you got people like Burns that got paid. Now he has to live up to that contract. Dexter, he's going to be Dexter. You got people like Deontay Banks. Can he step up and be a number one corner? So if everything goes correctly, I don't see why we can't win at least 10 to 11, 12 to 13 games. So I'm excited about this team, man. And yes, quarterback is the most important position in football, if you want to call it that, but it's also the most dependent. You have to have offensive line that blocks. You have to have a good scheme. You have to have receivers that can block and catch, and you have to have receivers that can run routes to get open for you. So it is what it is.
Yeah, and I was gonna say at least people, man, don't. This is our prediction. Like I said, injuries is part of the game, so we gotta take into account that happens too. But we going off it just if the team is healthy, which that's not going to be the case throughout the whole season.
Facts, man. Facts, man. But Miz, man, you had him at 8 and 9.
Goes dog.
Yeah.
You
I got
you
us
had
at
him.
8 and 9. I've been saying it consistently on 9 and 8. It'll be right there around 500. I like the Giants to have some good moments this year. I think they'll also have some growing pains. It's a young team. I think that if the Giants could get through that 6-week stretch between week 3 and 8, right, and hover around 500, they can make a little run there going from late November into December. I think these guys do enough to be back next year. I think that you're going to see the players grow, and I'm looking for growth late in the year, maybe a couple wins in December, something to hang the hat on. Maybe they fight for a wild card in the last week of the season. If they don't, you got to look at it as, okay, next year will be the year where we finally going to be the big playoff team. So I'm looking to hang my hat on something like that. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they could win 10 or 11 games. Of course, I'm just trying to keep it real the way I see things. And
You're a hater.
Yeah. And I just think this is the type of team we are right now. That's just the things I see. You're going to see a lot of win 1, lose 1, win 2, lose 2. It's going to be back and forth all year. I really think the Giants are going to be around an 8 to 9 win team. That's just what I see.
Oh, and don't forget. Go ahead, Miz.
No, I'm just saying I'm looking more for the young kids and the team to grow towards next year, a stepping stone.
Pause.
And that's just what I see. No pause. That's what it's going to be. and that's just how I see it. Again, you could be surprised. I hope I do be surprised because believe me, I'm more of a fan than actually give a damn if I'm right or wrong. So.
And that's the problem with most of the people in these spaces and on social media. They're more concerned, and the sports analysts, big companies too. They're more concerned with being right and pushing their narrative than actually giving you the facts and the X's and O's. And that's what separates us from them.
No, just real quick, I'm not going to tear down my plays, yo. If you're wearing the jersey, I'm a full-blown Giant fan. And right now, that's Daniel Jones. So I back him up. If you don't like it, I'll argue and fight with you guys all day. If I'm wrong later on in the year or next year, then I'm wrong. But week 1 coming out the tunnel, number 8 is the leader of the Giants. And that's a fact.
That's right, Miz. And like I said before, every win we get is an upset win. Don't forget that. It's an upset win. Because we have the least talent of anybody in the league, so every win is an upset.
Man, well, you got 15 upsets, man, Cave.
I got 15.
That is incredible, man.
I thought I had like 4 or something like that.
Nah, you have them losing week 4, which is to Dallas, and then you have them losing week 8 at Pittsburgh, and then you got to win in every other game.
I had to lose it to Ravens too. I didn't see it was a blowout.
Said when?
No, I said it was the Ravens gonna win 24-20.
Yeah, I could have sworn Mac had more than 2 losses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it was more than. I have to go back
I
and look
actually
at
thought I had 5 losses.
Over there,
right.
NYG over there hitting that mannequin.
Nah, I wrote down what they said.
Yeah, I'll look through there and stuff like that. But I was playing.
Yeah, I even wrote when he said week 7 was going to be pain and a lot to a little bit. That was the prediction. So I was paying attention. But yeah, man, that's it, man. We was a lot longer than I intended to stream because I had some other things that I was gonna mix into the show, but we are well over the time limit, folks. So at this point, man, we'll just give our last little spill or whatever. Go ahead, Miz. You got something to say?
No.
Oh no, I thought you had something to say.
Shit, ready to get up out of here, man.
No,
I
I'm
just
good.
need to let y'all know I'm high. So,
Because I was hot.
so I said some things I might not have meant, but I'll call y'all after the show.
It's
Right,
13-4. Some
I do
got
want
a
to say
10-6, 11-6, 8-9 Miz,
Yeah, that's gonna be on Twitter.
15-2 me and
Put it
Cave.
on there. Put it on there.
I mean,
I
you
want
if
All
you
right,
want your
can
team to
we
do
just get
good,
the records? Can we just get the real record from E?
if you want the
Put
team
me
to do
down.
good,
Put me
nah, nah,
down
nah,
for
nah, 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 nah,
11 and
nah. Don't
6.
don't
Yeah.
don't say it. Don't say it.
All right.
If you want the team to be good, I am a big believer of setting your intentions and putting it out in the atmosphere.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And letting God or the universe or whatever it is you believe in work for you. You know what I'm saying? So
And that's what it
this
is. I just came
this
from
is a
church,
good
so
thing.
that's
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm
talking about. I'm
saying?
high.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to
This is a
say. That's
good
what I meant
thing,
to. I'm
man.
sorry to cut anybody off. But when I say I'm high, that means because I just came from the house. So I'm high.
Yeah, man. This is a good thing, man. All positive. I mean, even Miz was positive too, man. I think 8 and 9 would be definitely a step in the right direction for the Giants, man, if that was the case. But
It'll be 9
tell the people where they can find you at, man. Tell them what y'all got going on this week, man. The Big Blue Crew is in the building, man. Packed house today, man. Over 100 in the chat.
Yo, sub up to the Miz, man. I'm locking on the numbers and I'm fucking way better than that. So you better sub up to the Miz, okay? That's TSVIMIZRAHI. You come catch my picks this week for week 1. How about this? By the end of the year, I'll make you a guarantee. You could drop your job from full-time to part-time thanks to the Miz's picks all year long. Also, you're going to get, let's talk about it. And the Big Blue Crew, I'm always here.
Tell him, Miz. But, Coach, you there? Lou.
Yeah, I'm
Yo.
here.
Oh,
Go ahead,
Coach,
Lou.
all right.
Go ahead, Lou. Go ahead, Lou.
You said tell them where they can find me.
Yeah, man. Closing
I'm
statements.
everywhere y'all need to be. Big Blue Crew Sports Network. We holding it down every week, every weeknight. There's something on the network for you guys to watch. Sports related, boxing, UFC, basketball, WNBA, baseball, you name it. Anything sports related, we got you. No holds barred. It's going down. Big Blue Crew Sports Network. You heard? Go subscribe at YouTube at all platforms. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, hit that bell notification so you'll be notified every time that we post or go live for all your sports needs and concerns. Until next time, y'all already know what it is. Chit.
Yeah. G Nation Inside Sports, man. Looking forward to the next leather to the face.
There wasn't none yesterday.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I understand. Man Cave, tell them where they can find you at. Cave.
Yeah, I'm here.
Tell them where they can find you at.
You can find me at the Man Cave Podcast on YouTube channel, the Man Cave _ God on Twitter. And like I said, Dash, I seen your comment there. I got to give you some picks too. This season coming up, I'm going to be doing some college picks, NBA picks, NFL picks, and stuff like that. Coming up this week, Friday, I should be doing the picks and stuff like that because, that's what I do, man. Sports gambling. I'm going to be doing also streaming games and stuff like that, college games and NFL games coming up this week, as well as being on the Big Blue Crew Sports Network.
Yeah. Facts, man. Looking forward to those picks, man, because I need to win some money. Pat, man, tell me what you got going on, man, with the Big Blue Crew Sports Network and Big Pat Sports
Probably
Talk.
on there a little bit later calling a USC game with Coach. And you can catch me doing the all 32 throughout the season, doing film reviews throughout the season. You know, I'm right here on the Big Blue Crew Sports Network and Big Pat Sports Talk doing Giants content. But it is Is what it is, man. You're just gonna see a bunch of us this season. Just to be honest with you, you're gonna see a lot of the big blue crew, and that's the goal.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. E, tell them where they can find you at, bro, man. Tell them what you got going on these days.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, man. Shakedown Representation, Shakedown Media Network. Catch us on YouTube. A brother will be back on Spaces soon, aka the Godfather. I'm gonna make you a deal you can refuse. You understand? I will be back doing my thing in Spaces this year. Also bringing new shows to you guys: Urban Impact, Shay Skill and Ebert. You know what I mean? Today's Culture, E's Playbook. Uh, Nick of Time got you guys with the basketball, holding it down. So just also jumping in and having a good time. Pause with my brothers from the Big Blue Crew. Shout outs to them. Like and subscribe to them. You can catch us Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 10 p.m. on YouTube, Shakedown Media Network. The chosen one from the Bronx. Y'all know what time it is. Thank you, brothers, for letting me be a part of the situation today, and thank you for putting up with me.
Hey, Kevin
Man,
Dodgers, I'm the one that put you
appreciate
in
you.
timeout. You can have a difference of opinion, that's fine. But when you calling people out their name in the chat and it causes an argument, now you're disrupting the quality of our show. So as to my character, I'm showing you my character. I'm the one that put you in timeout because we don't need that disruption and distraction. We trying to run a stream here and we need things to run smooth and we respond to the chat. So if you clutter in the chat, arguing with one of our viewers, now you're disturbing the chat. So I put you on timeout. So you can disagree all day, but be respectful and we'll respond in kind. Be men. That's it.
Facts. Facts.
Go that way.
And I'm
We
Easy.
We already
yeah,
had this discussion earlier too.
yeah, we did, man. And I think the people that got wrenches understand in the chat what their job as moderators for, so that we as content creators can focus on the content and not the chat. That's why I made that statement to my moderators, man. And you guys got your moderators and
I
your.
came in later, but I put him in
Oh
timeout
yeah,
because he was calling
yeah.
goats.
Nah, you good. Yeah, no problem, man. Do what you got to do, bro. You know we always support each other, man. But that's what that's why we need moderators. That's what the moderators are for, man. And you know that's that's well, that's how Unpopular Opinion Sports is gonna operate, man. From now on, like moderators take care of business, man, and so we can focus on the content, man, because that's what we're here to give you. And I'm not here to argue and go back and forth with people, man, because I'm the type of person is I would rather talk to you as a man face to face than go back and forth with you in a chat. So that's just the type of person I am. So anybody that would ever have a problem with me, it never gets anywhere going back and forth on the computer. At some point, it's okay. We agree to disagree, and if it's like that, then we'll have a face to face at that point. So since that's never gonna happen on the internet, there's no reason for me to even engage in the nonsense anymore. And we have enough of a following to where we can have people help us moderate our chats. And that's where those guys that have wrenches are for. That's exactly what they're for. And Pat even said you can make somebody like you can give them a higher tier of a moderator. What's it called?
Oh, it's top
It's
moderator.
a top moderator, and yes, you have top moderators and regular moderators. I didn't even know
Yeah,
that. So
you got one that can actually change the chat and do things as well. I made
yeah,
that
so
Elon Perry because he's always the first one in the
yeah,
chat.
so I'll go into my YouTube channel after stream and put some top moderators out there, man. And you guys do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You've been in the chat. You support the show, and this is us. Showing love back, man. Making you, really a part of the crew. Because that is a job, like Pat said, that's a responsibility. You know what I mean? But I don't want people to go crazy and just because you don't like what somebody says is you gotta have good judgment to do that. You can't just go in there, being Dikembe Mutombo blocking everybody.
Right. Yeah. No.
And didn't ban him or nothing like that because let you think about what you did wrong. maybe if you want to engage in decent conversation, you can come on back. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
ban
he
you.
just hit it.
Just hit
Just hit the top of his hand with a ruler. That was it.
Yeah. And that's all, man. But we're gonna get on up out of here, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man, for tapping in, man. It's been a long stream, but it's been a great stream. And you know, we are the Big Blue Crew. Go sub up to everybody on the panel. You know what I'm saying? Shakedown Media too. That's an affiliate with us, with E, the chosen one, the fellas over there, man. So always welcome to have my brother E on the show, man. But definitely go sub up to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, man, and all the members of the Big Blue Crew. I put the link in the description of the video on all of my videos. So if you need a link, go to the description. That's another thing, moderators. You know, put your little notepad or something. If you know how to put links in the chats, please do that. You know what I'm saying, so that we don't have to focus on that too, because I be forgetting sometimes my dang on self. So just a way to help us out, man. Help us get the content out, man. But that's why y'all here. That's why we salute y'all and appreciate y'all, man. And definitely, email me if you want to join. This is the last time I'm going to put this out here, because I don't want people to say, oh, I didn't know anything about it. What happened? What happened, man? So definitely email me right here at that email if you want in on the Big Blue Crew Pick'em League. The Big Blue Crew Pick'em League. That is me and the Big Blue Crew picking game week to week, game to game, man. And we will show the results on the show. So it's a fun way to interact, you know what I'm saying, with the crew. So I'm throwing it out there, man, especially, you know, for the members of the chat that have wrenches, you know what I mean? But it's open to everybody. All I ask is send me an email, tell me your handle or whatever, you know, and I'll send you a link. You know, but if you act up, I'm just gonna kick you out. I mean, so don't come in there getting with the foolery or anything like that, man. But we just picking games week to week, so no money involved, no betting involved, completely free. Completely free. So just want to throw that out there. Email Unpopular Opinion Sports.
Who has put their down payment on the Airbnb, you have 14 days to finalize that payment. So everybody hit me on the Twitter chat or text me if you got my number. We got 14 days before that is paid up, because it's coming out of my account.
We got you, brother. We got you, man. But yeah, man, so definitely shout out to the crew, man. Shout out to the Big Blue Crew, man. But till next time, y'all know what it is. Peace.
This has been a Big Blue Crew Sports Network production.